All right, we're going to be getting here into this first game versus um, Bronze Hearts and Nefarious Esports. And I'm Chrono, being joined here by Tuna.
Hey Chrono, what's going on, buddy? My name is Tuna. I'm here with your beautiful face, ready to cast these fantastic games. We
All right,
got we got ourselves the young Bronze Hearts Big Dreams on the blue team and Nefarious Esports on the red side. I'm expecting, in all honesty, a 2-1 win for Bronze Hearts. But that's gonna be my prediction. I'll say right now for the overall series. But I do strongly believe it could go either way.
um, I'm gonna say that I'm expecting a 2-1 win for Nefarious. Um, but again, yes, it could go either way. It's gonna be a very close series.
Definitely gonna be a very close series. Looking at the bans first off here, Alistar and Poppy, both out by Bronze Hearts. I mean, Poppy's been proven to be a monster in that top lane as a tank, and Alistar one of the strongest supports right now. I mean, his ultimate lets you dive whatever the hell you want. He's super tanky. Headbutt Pulverize is a combo that is can be devastating to a team. Twisted Fate also coming out. I don't know if that's a target ban towards stabilization or if that is a hey, we just really don't want to see any global bullshit coming out.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not 100% sure. There is the Graves and Malphite bans though. Those are oh my god. Hold on. Let's talk real quickly. Graves and Malphite bans coming out. Graves being a little bit oppressive in the top lane and in the jungle. Malphite also being a little bit oppressive in the top, and Gragas being a super strong jungler. But the 57.7% win rate top lane Echo comes through, where all you have to do is build Iceborne Gauntlet, Sunfire, and then laugh at everyone as you kill them.
We're gonna see Kindred being locked in by Nefarious Esports though, going in the jungle and possibly Gnar in the top lane. Oh wait, Maokai.
Yeah,
Both very good tanks in the top lane right now.
the Kindred pickup, I'm not too surprised about. It's super strong, but I want to know if they're getting baited into this or not. Because I see some people play Kindred, and it's usually hit or miss. You either just go super off, or you just get shit stomped. So either you get that super early lead, you get all kinds of marks, you get all the percent health damage you could ever want, you get the early devour and runans, and you just go off, or you keep trying to go for marks and you're invading and you're going for deep things and you just get trashed. So I'm interested to see what happens here because to me and something that I've experienced that I've seen through pro play and other tournaments, things like that, is that there is no middle ground for Kindred most of the time. It's either go off or go down.
Yeah, we are gonna see a Bard pick coming in. I really like that pick into the Kindred because if Kindred ults, Bard can ult to counter it, and then they go in the heal, and Bronze Hearts here is gonna receive the heal, but Nefarious won't because they'll be ulted by Bard, or they're gonna have to jump out of the ult.
Right, a very high impact champion. Those ults can either be go off or go down. Like I said before about the Kindred, they can either definitely help your team, or everybody's seen the Reddit plays where they're just god awful and hurt your team. Lucian also a strong laner. What do you think about Karma and about
Looks
the Sivir?
Yeah, it looks like they're going for a really hard engage comp with the Maokai, Sivir, and Karma, but they are gonna need another frontliner probably. But all they have left is it could be Karma mid, but I'm expecting a Karma support. But I feel like they would need another front line with the comp they're going for.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about what they're gonna use for disengage on the side of bronze hearts, but like
They have,
because I mean like you got Sivir ulti extreme speed up, you got Karma alt shield extreme speed up. I mean you're gonna have 100-mile-an-hour Kindred and Maokai
and
right now running
I
at
would
you.
be, and I wouldn't be surprised if Maokai picks up a Righteous Glory either. He's the one
You think so? I
champion that
haven't
I think
seen.
it's still good on.
I don't disagree, but I mean I just don't see it built all that often. Everybody
Yeah,
goes for the tank frozen fist build.
yeah. Because he's probably gonna go the catalyst or sustaining lane. I wonder if he'll build it into a rod or into righteous glory though. But they are gonna lock in Lee Sin and LeBlanc. Lee Sin's good for peel, and they have a little bit of peel with Bard Lee Sin, and that could be a Cinder pick coming out for Nefarious. We will see though.
Yeah, the Syndra would surprise me a little bit, unless that's something that stabilization plays a lot. I'm not 100% sure on what he plays. I don't think that'd be something I would necessarily want to play into LeBlanc. I feel like LeBlanc would burst you out before you can do anything super meaningful. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's something that he likes. Maybe that's something that he believes is good. That's something that he likes. I also want to comment real quickly on the Lee Sin pickup for Bronze Hearts. To me, Lee Sin and Gragas are the two things you insta pick into Kindred, just because you can kick people out of the LT, you can get them away from it, and it makes up for the early game that Kindred has with Lee Sin, because he can shit stomp her early or go hard in the paint on her early, and then hopefully put her down before the Kindred just gets rolling and goes off on you.
Mm-hmm.
That is a Syndra lock-in, by the way, for
Like
stabilization.
Meme, who normally is their top lane, is going to be
Oh,
going
sorry,
mid this game.
for mid. I keep
And
thinking these
Infinity's going
teams
to be going top
are.
lane with Echo. That's interesting. Normally they
I
play the opposite roles.
I keep thinking that Nefarious is in an LCS order, and I'm forgetting that they're not because my mind is retarded. Stabilization's actually, I believe, they're AD carry. I'm a retard right now. Holy shit. Meme Swindle pulling out the LeBlanc. You are right though. Him and Infinity, it looks like they've switched lanes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's for one game, if that's for the series. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Because Infinity normally jungles, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks like they recently picked up Fiku though, and
Yeah, I
he's
knew
going
that.
to
I
be
know they were
jungling.
having some issues with their mid laner, ZZ Impact, after their last series that they played. Um, and they ended up, I think, kicking him off and getting
So then they
Fiku
moved
instead.
Swindle the mid, Infinity to top, and then Fiku into the picked up Fiku for the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Guess we'll see if that one works out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Champion select. Who do you think got the better of this?
I believe that I'm gonna have to go with Nefarious because just of how um quickly their team can move with Karma, Sivir, and then they have the Maokai, who's a huge frontline tank and can get on their backline or peel extremely well for their carries. Um, but then again, if they do get onto Nefarious's carries, you have the Sivir ult for disengage, Karma shield for disengage, Kindred ult, and also Syndra. Um, but then again, Bronze Hearts did do a good job trying to counterpick Nefarious picks with the Bard and Lee Sin pick. And also Echo is extremely strong right now. I was surprised to not see a ban on him.
I was very surprised to not see that ban too, as we've got a minute and 30 seconds timing down before our game starts for us. We'll take you to a pause-esque screen with some music going up while we wait for the timer, and we'll be back shortly with Bronze Hearts Big Dreams versus Nefarious Esports.
All right.
For now you can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay, we can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. When they say you will fall, you can reach nothing at all. Hide your tracks beneath the rind of a different frame of mind. Is that what you heard? Broken words in the dirt, yelling up into the sun. Here we come, here we come. Here we come, here we come. Here we come, here we come.
So, as we load in here, we are going to see a pause immediately coming out from, not sure who paused it, but, oh, and it's going to be unpaused quickly. Alright then.
Perfect. We are into the game then. Bronze Hearts Big Dreams on the blue side, Nefarious Esports on the red side. In the top lane for Bronze Hearts, we have Unity Infinity on that Echo. In the jungle, Fiku playing Lee Sin. In the mid lane, Meme Swindle playing LeBlanc. In the bottom lane, AD Carry of the unknown AD Carry playing Lucian. And Praise the Leona on support with Bard.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And on the red side, we have Nefarious Esports. In the top lane, Dad Rock playing the young Maokai. In the jungle, Gwes playing Gwis. I don't know how to say. I'm gonna say it's Gwis for the whole series probably. Playing Kindred. In the mid lane, we have Mid Tet playing the young Syndra. In the bottom lane, AD Carry of Stabilization on Sivir. In the bottom lane support, Nickelrack or Nickelrack. I'm gonna call him Nickelrack all series 2, playing Karma.
Alright, and we are just going to see some defensive boards coming out. Nefarious was sitting in this bush here, waiting on enemy team to walk into it, but they decided to play it safe and just ward their own river up.
Yeah, they did ward all the entrances, so they knew for a fact that nobody tried to invade. And we're seeing some pretty standard starts here as camps are going over to bottom lanes and top laners are helping junglers leash.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too surprising coming out from that beginning. I mean, this is a best of 3 series. I assume game 1 they'll do standard stuff. Game 2 maybe we'll see some more crazy things, and then game 3, if it goes to that, we'll see some all out stuff. That's what I'm expecting. With the trading going on in bottom lane. Seeing
Praise the Leona taking a lot of poke, but Stabilization is already out of mana coming into this lane, losing so much. Oh,
yep,
we have the
Brazilian
Barson
stuns
coming at the
Nickelrack
level
up against
2.
the wall. They do go all in on him as under AD Carry lands the Q and the E in both double shots. Ignite burned by Praise, heal burned by Stabilization, flash and exhaust burned by Nickelrack. That's an early summoner spell advantage in favor of the bottom lane of Bronze Hearts, as Unity Infinity does a lot in the top lane as well. No summoners burned there, but he is winning in the trades. Nickelrack already forced the back to, he's only level 1. He's going to come back into that lane as level 1. And chances are they'll be, the bottom lane for Bronze Hearts will almost be level 3. I want to talk about level 2 Lucian Power Spike, level 3 coming in now as well, as they get a full combo onto Stabilization. Unfortunately unable to stun him up, but they do force him back even more, putting a lot of damage out.
Mm-hmm. That double Thunderlord's really putting in some work here with their burst in the spot lane. If you didn't see that, Lucian also took Thunderlords.
I did not see that.
Oh, we have Kindred going on the Bard here, getting stunned against the wall. Lee Sin coming in. Kindred having to blow Flash.
Kindred did have to blow Flash. Fiku unable to land that Q, so Gwes saying, hey, this is probably not a good call if he landed at him. I'd have died, flashing away from everything, making sure he stays safe. Ooh, stun by Praise Leona onto stabilization. Put a little damage down to him. Goice Q's over the wall. He is onto a ward though. Fiku's there as well. He is forced there. He has no Q yet. Coming up right now. He does Q over the wall. Ward jump by Fiku onto Goice. Does flash forward for the red buff auto attacks. Does get him first blood over to Fiku. Assists going to the bottom lane of Bronze Hearts.
Yeah, that was it's pretty risky of Goice coming in there without knowing if there was vision there, and also knowing Lee Sin was still kind of nearby. And
yeah, Dadrock taking a lot of damage up top here. Infinity's just putting the beat down on him.
Yeah, Echo is so strong this patch after they buffed him for a couple patches in a row.
Yeah, I was very surprised he didn't get banned by Nefarious, knowing that they can't first pick it and knowing how strong it is right now.
Maokai is a very strong pick into it. Once Maokai gets his Catalyst and a little bit of MR, he's going to be able to out-sustain Echo and probably out-trade him too, because of the percentage health damage.
Alright, Goice is here in the top lane. Infinity trying to go onto Dadrock. Goice
He's going to have to
gets
flash
the E
this
down,
wall.
gets everything down, does have to flash the wall. Infinity is possibly going to get away. Red buff is on and is not able to take it down. He's extremely low. He has no summoners. He does flash that wall and get away.
But Smite not quite enough to be able to pick that up.
Wow, that was extremely close. I'm sure Goice is a little bit down after not being able to pick that one up.
Oh, yeah. Thought you were taking Infinity, my bad. Continuous trades going down in bot lane. If we look at the CS difference, if I line these up, we have mid lane LeBlanc coming slightly ahead. Bot lane's about tied, and Echo's a little bit ahead from top side. So Bronze Hearts definitely starting to establish a little bit of a gold lead.
Ooh, hold on, Mune Swindle full comboing out mid-tet. Fiku's here as well, does ward jump over the wall.
Ooh.
Does not get anything out, but
Flash
Mune
Ignite
Swindle,
Q.
Flash Ignite Q takes him down. Actually, solo kill since Fiku got nothing out of that 2-meme Swindle. Oh man, that is not the start that Nefarious was looking to have. Fiku has shown himself to be already everywhere that Goice either is or is not what he needs to be. Really doing a fantastic job of keeping up early pressure on the Lee Sin. I mean, he got the Goice flash out. He got the kill on the Goice, and then went for that mid dive where Goice maybe needed to be in case he was there. Knowing that LeBlanc could have gone aggressive like that when she hit 6. I guess that's not really good Goice's
Yeah,
fault.
if you look
as
at
much
the
as
map right now, Nefarious is
says.
just really falling behind in vision. We have a trade going down between Maokai and Echo here.
Yeah,
Maokai
there's a trade in
looking to
top
lose
lane. I
it,
don't think
though.
this will go to the death, but Maokai gets stunned up. Infinity's getting the procs down. Maokai's ultimate is down. He is trying to take it to the death, apparently. He does get lots of damage down as he's extremely low, forced to flash out. Infinity's going to dive onto him, takes the tower aggro, walks away,
Trying
gets
to
extremely
Hold
low.
him there until Syndra came up. It looks
But
like he's going to have to blow
Mid-Tet's
flash
here
here.
as Mid-Tet is here, does land the W, does ult back so he doesn't get stunned up. It doesn't really matter as Mid-Tet ults him up and gets that kill. That's a kill over to the side of Nefarious. That's what they're more looking for. They're trying to come back here 2-1 overall on the kill score.
Swindle coming out
Swindle
with a
unable to
huge
do
burst.
anything. Ooh, he does get Q
Stun
stunned
lock.
up. Ignites burned onto him. They know which one it is. Q goes onto him. Auto attack. Ignite is enough. Mid-Tet gets 2 kills now.
Has a great swing going in the favor
Hold on.
of
Fiku goes bottom. Does
Nefarious.
land the Q on the stabilization. Gets the ult back to knock him into the Karma. Unable to get the kill though as shields and heals come through.
Sibber happening to blow heal though, yes. In my opinion, that's worth it for Fiku and Bronze Hearts. Right now, if we look at the gold lead, Bronze Hearts looks to be about 700 gold ahead. Pretty even right now.
Yeah, I don't think this is really. I think this is definitely interesting. How hard in the paint Fiku's going to keep up the early pressure. I think he might be a little bit afraid of the Kindred outscaling him a bit and being able to do more later on. But I mean, he's definitely He's definitely not afraid to do whatever he thinks is necessary.
He's been getting a lot of deep wards into Nefarious' jungle, very deep.
Tet trying to go aggressive on Swindle, unable to.
It's really made Kindred's ganks almost useless this game, because they always know where he is.
Yeah, Fiku going on mid does land the Q, unable to get that kill.
Yeah, Fiku coming in here, gank after gank after gank right now.
Looks
like they do have
making his presence
blue
known.
warded, and he's gonna be trying to steal it. Bard coming.
Bard does stun up, Waste.
Missing
him
the
away.
bind.
Does not hit Nickel Rack. Bind this as well. Mid too easy. Mid Tet's here. Sorry. Ultimate onto Fiku. Almost gets him down. Gwais finishes it off. Bard over the wall with a magical journey. Does not stun up Gwais. Only gets the slow as he gets Karma shielded to come forward. Meme Swindle's here trying to protect him. A 1-for-1 trade overall right now. Meme Swindle lands the Q. Lands the R. Does not get the distortion proc onto it. Meme Swindle's now getting hit up by Gwais. He gets the 3-shot onto him. He's extremely low. Dadrock's here as well.
Infinity does not TP the match.
Over to Gwais. Gwais and Dadrock now onto Unknown 80 carry. He's extremely low. Praise Leona. Magical Journey's over the wall. Gwais diving. Does have Lamb's Respite to make sure he is invulnerable. Does get the heal. Does not die to the tower. Dadrock goes extremely deep. Does not get Praise de Leona though. As that is overall a 1-for-3 trade, I do believe. In favor of Nefarious Esports.
Definitely some good rotations coming there from Nefarious. A little bit aggressive on side of Bronze Hearts, trying to do that invade without the Echo TP up. If we look here, they do both have reduced summoner cooldown, but Maokai's was up well, it's not, and he's able to TP down and rotate in.
Yeah, did Infinity just not choose not to teleport down there? Did he not?
No,
have it up?
it was on cooldown.
It was on cooldown. Okay, okay. I want to make sure I heard you right there. Sorry, my internet was cutting out there, so your voice was going. DQ though going on the Dadrock puts a little bit of damage down, but is gonna be unable to really do anything. Mid Tet. Oh my god, I keep calling him mid too easy. Gets the stun down onto Meme Swindle. Lands the Q. Does not land the Q as he takes the distortion back. There's Leona's here to make sure he stays alive. Mid Tet flashes, doesn't land the Q, but throws down the R anywhere, and I mean Swindle's Karma's here as well. Fiku coming up, and so is Infinity. The clone bursted down by Mid Tet. He's gonna walk away as Fiku's here. Leona's here throwing up some front line, making sure that they don't go on to Swindle.
We have Gwes getting this.
Ooh, he's playing the cheeky game as he sits in the bush, does go onto the bar, does the red smite, gets the 3 proc, is unable to finish the job as Leona heals himself as that bard and barely lives. If he had not healed himself, I do believe the red smite would have killed him off. The burn damage. Because it did one more tick right after the heal. Yeah, they are pulling out the dragon here on the side of Nefarious. I don't think Fiku's
gonna contest.
Yeah, I don't think Fiku's gonna try and take it at all. I think that might be a little aggressive by Fiku.
If you look at CS difference, it looks like Echo's dominating this top lane right now, finishing off his Sunfire, which is a huge damage buff for him. And then bottom lane we have Lucian pulling up about 20 CS mid's about even. We have LeBlanc going on a Syndra getting very low, but
yeah, LeBlanc got a good combo there in a Syndra. Gwais coming in though, forcing him out. Meme Swindle looking for maybe something on the Gwais, but I don't think he's gonna try it.
Looks like he may try to finish off mid Tet here. No though.
I do want to point out Syndra going for the Frost Queen's claim. I've seen it was really popular right when the season started. Actually, hold on for a second. Dadrock going on to Infinity, pops his ulti, blows it up immediately. Just does a quick little small combo onto him. I'm not sure.
I'd say that was a good trade.
What the goal of it was?
I mean, if you look at their builds, like Maokai as a catalyst, he's going to be able to out-sustain. So even if it's an even trade, he comes out ahead also because of his passive, and yeah. So if he keeps on doing trades like that, he'll be able to come out ahead in this lane now.
Definitely a An interesting choice. I just don't know if burning his ulti for a trade like that is worth it. As mid-tech comes down here, lands a full stun on the unknown carry and Praise Leona. Ignite ultimate on Praise Leona does pick him a kill. Nice roam by him.
Looks like Bronze Hearts is going to be going for Rift Herald here. Malachi not having any idea, so it looks like he's going to they're going to freely get it. Yeah, but you were mentioning about blowing his ult. Well, if you look now, his ult is already back up. It's a very short cooldown, only 60 seconds right now, and it only gets shorter the later the game goes.
That is true as Gwaze comes down here on the unknown 80 carry, does land the slow proc up. Unknown 80 carry says, well, I'm dead, might as well try and turn, but is unable to as kill goes over to Gwaze for a 1-on-1 on him as Devour is starting to stack up.
Gwaze getting a lot of kills early on, already at 4 stacks, 14 minutes in. He's going to be very scary this game later on.
Definitely going to be scary. Looking at Gwaze, he's got an invade there onto the red buff, just getting more stacks. Did Praise Leona steal that or no? Praise Leona did steal that. Gwaze coming over here on the side. Leona's using that red buff for some auto attack trades. Gets the Q down as well. Thunderlord's proc. This is about half of Gwaze's health. The Tempered Fate comes out onto Nickelrack and Gwaze. The ultimate kick lands. Fiku gets the double kick. Lands the Q, finishes them off both. Double kill over to him. That's him. Swindler now onto stabilization. They go onto him. And Swindle does burst him down. Infinity fighting Dadrock in the top lane. He's putting out all kinds of damage. Dadrock getting extremely low. Infinity ult and does finish that one off. That is a 4-for-0 trade in across the map in favor of Bronze Hearts, bringing it back.
Very nice ults between Praise Leona and Fiku. Really capitalizing on their utility and using it to their full advantage.
Mid-Tet does land a good burst amount of damage onto Meme Swindle, does tank up a lot of damage. Meme Swindle turns around with the distortion, does kill him off, but Mid-Tet had enough time to ult, use all the balls, and finish him off as well. 1-for-1 trade, solo killing each other in the mid lane. Oh my god, the Unleashed Power got off. Oh man. Woo!
Crazy game right now, very back and forth.
Definitely very back and forth as neither team wants to concede anything.
Yeah, Bronze Hearts is doing a really good job of taking advantage of their pick comp, but here comes Gwes in the mid lane going on the unknown ADC.
Gwes
Getting
does go on
very low, flashing
does
forward,
dash
gets
forward,
it.
gets that. Lands with Spike comes down, is taking up the tower, gets picked out and killed by Fiku. Kill going actually over to Praise. Dadrock's here now with the teleport in. Is getting taken down by Infinity, Fiku, and Leona's. He goes down, double kill over to Praise the Leona. Not necessarily the best teleport by him, came in a little bit late, and they do capitalize on it as Mid-Tet does land a stun to Fiku and the Q onto Infinity. He's saying, hey guys, I'm still here and I do a shitload of damage. You guys need to back off. A 2-for-1 trade overall in favor of Bronze Hearts. Oh, stun on the stabilization. No, okay.
Well, it looks like we are going to be seeing a Rod of Ages coming from Dadrock. With that catalyst. I was expecting a Righteous Glory, but...
A little late for Rod, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
hold
a huge
on!
burst.
Mid-Tet bursts down Praise Leona and flashes away immediately, getting basically a free kill onto him. That was a lot of damage.
Looks like Mid-Tet may also be rushing a Void Staff after the Frost Queen's claim. They are building a lot of MR.
Oh, hold on, Meme Swindle goes on to Gwist, does land the full combo with the Ignite. Does finish him off as his ultimate Laser Spite is not up yet. Woo! The Assassins are coming in this game as damage is going down everywhere. Trading kills non-stop. We've already got 21 kills in 17 minutes.
Gold is still very close, slightly in favor of Bronze Hearts. Dragon is going to be coming up, and looks like Fuku's going to be setting up for it and just going for it straight away. We do have Syndra and Karma coming down, though, looking to try to stop this. It's going to be LeBlanc's coming in. Sivir's kind of far behind. Looks like they're going to be zoned off. Bronze Hearts is going to secure the Dragon. Bardal coming out, and then almost stunning the Sivir, but they're going to be flashing and finishing him off.
Yeah, so mid-tet does go down thanks to the stun by Praise Leona and the Tempered Fate, I do believe is what that was. Lots of damage onto him as he ends up getting taken down, and the dragon did go in favor of Bronze Hearts.
Yeah.
So that is good for
Didn't
them.
look like
No?
Nefarious was ready for that. Oh, we have.
Yeah, I don't think they were either. As Guace has to pop laser spike to live. Fiku kicks him out, takes his Q as well. Does get that kill. He's going to walk around the side and hopefully get out.
Ooh,
Does get
the
taken
crit.
down in the end as he was unable to finish that one off due to the crit from stabilization. Infinity and Dadrock now fighting in the top lane. Stun lands onto Dadrock. Infinity trying to put down whatever damage he can on him. Does get slows. Is auto attacking him down. Has another 3 proc. Does get it with the Q. Finishes him off. Infinity solo killing Dadrock.
Echo.
That's the second time he's done that.
Yeah, Echo's just so brutal in top lane. He can just trade you forever because of it. He just keeps like getting speed ups and slows you constantly, and there's just nothing you can do. We have Swindle trying to burst down stabilization, but not able to do it.
Yeah,
Getting bursted down by
does
by
combo
Syndra.
onto Meme Swindle with the ulti, does take him down, doesn't even have to burn Ignite. Mid-tet, Brian to keep this game alive as best he can. I mean, he's bursting people down left and right every time his ultimate's up.
And he did rush that Void Step first, being able to finish off the Abyssal LeBlanc. Mid-tet is just dominating this mid lane, keeping control of it.
Yep, turret destroyed in favor of Bronze Hearts now as it's 14-12. 3k gold lead in favor of Bronze Hearts. This is definitely an action-packed game to say the least. As Guace finishing off his red buff. Fiku looking to take his now. This is something. I'm glad we got a small breather here. We can look at item builds and CS differences. In top lane, Echo's finished the Sunfire Iceborne Gauntlet build that you see every top laner and their mom deciding to build now, I guess, except for Dadrock. But that's definitely core on Echo now. I mean, it's excessive amounts of damage for a champion that's extremely tanky. And look, he has an ultimate to make him his health bar, his extremely tanky health bar, go all the way back to 100 almost. Hold on, Meme Swindle going into top lane, putting a lot of damage down in the mid-tet, is unable to 100-0 him out though. In the mid lane, we see the Warriors enchantment for Lee Sin, as well as the Sterax. It's pretty standard stuff. And then the Devour into Hurricane on Kindred. Kindred's also at 22 stacks of that Devour, so she's getting there, only about 8 more.
How many?
And he is actually on
4 stacks of
four.
her passive.
Yep. 4 stacks of
A little
her
bit
passive.
behind on both.
Hold
of
on.
those, but
Praise Leona does get stunned up there in the mid lane. He's going to take the magical journey to get away before they can burst her down. Guace flashes forward, actually. Going on under carry. He fails his flash. Is unable to get away as Guace finishes him off thanks to red buff and the smite proc. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was not the smite that we necessarily wanted.
stabilization ulting here to get onto the Fiku. Fiku almost getting bursted down, but the Bard ult coming out to save him.
Yeah, Dadrock does pick up Fiku there in the end as they're trying to chase it out even more. Stabilization going in the top lane. Trying to get out Meme Swindle, but he just dashes over the wall. Stun does not land as mid-tet. And the rest of Nefarious looking to back away. Infinity's here now as he doesn't really want to commit to anything. Guace said screw this fight as he pushed it up mid. Does take the tower. And the rest of Nefarious is following him up now too. 14-14 the kill score. Mid-tet does not land that stun as Dadrock goes deep onto Praise. Meme Swindle does burst out mid-tet. As Infinity's here now as well, going on to Guace is forced to back out a little bit. Meme Swindle did get taken down by Dadrock. It is now 3v4, I believe. Yes, as Dadrock didn't take him down by Infinity here, they dash onto him. Lands a spike, goes down to make sure he stays alive. Maybe they'll get the heal. Infinity does land the stun onto Guace and Dadrock. Guace still alive, does get taken down. Finally, double kill for the underneath carry. UNSC Infinity is chasing as well. Does all back to make sure he heals up. 80 carries super deep, taking another kill. Good stun as well by Praise Leona onto that wall. That is an ace for Bronze Hearts.
Watching though, that was a very extended team fight. Nefarious did a really good job picking out Lee Sin and then pushing me to take out the tower, but then it looked like there's a little bit of miscommunication between the team when Dadrock went onto their backline and nobody was really there to follow him up. And he was just able to get like chunked and they had to kite it out. They had a good team fight, but I think they got a little bit over-ambitious or looked like there was some type of miscommunication. Trying to get the Baron here. Ted coming and killing Lucian, but being taken out by Swindle.
Mid too easy does finish off the unneeded carry, but Swindle says, hey, not really straighting your own life as he takes him down as well. Baron Nashor going over to the side of Bronze Hearts as it's 20-6 the kill score. And Bronze Hearts have about a 5k gold lead, a little under actually. Definitely a tense game. That last team fight, something that we were not. I at least was not expecting to go in favor of Bronze Hearts, although they did turn around. Got good stun by Infinity. I think that one taking out Gwace and getting the stun on him, I think was pretty big. So that was good on him. Yeah.
Now it looks like Nefarious is going to have to turtle this until his Baron ends, and then look for some team fights. They have a really strong team fight comp, but they keep on getting picked out. They just need to use their comp to their advantage. Try to engage, but still feel for the carries.
Yes, we got another fight coming here. Praise Leona does use Tempered Fate on himself. First on to Nickelrax. He goes down extremely fast. Praise Leona goes down as well as Stabilization. It's a 1-for-1 trade overall. Support for support. As that was actually a 4v5 with Leona getting cut out. Infinity split pushing up the top side.
Mid too easy instead of mid tet. I think.
Yeah, I did. They're the same name. Whatever, dude.
Whatever. It's oh, mid too easy's in the tag, right?
Yeah, yeah. No.
Oh,
his name's Mid Tet. Mid too easy. I mean, he did play for him. So for me, it's like, oh shit, it's the same person. It's the same role. Like, it's all bad. Okay. Sometimes names get screwed up.
Yeah. Happens.
I don't get paid for this shit. I'm a piece of shit. I know. You don't have to tell me. My dad already tells me that. Ah! Triggered over the internet. Sorry, that's not my style. We do see the bottom lane, or we do see Bronze Hearts casually grouping up in the bottom lane slightly as Leona's going there as well. And the top laners just continue to split against each other. Infinity has that teleport advantage that Dadrock does not have, but it looks like Bronze Hearts is going to back out of that.
Mid-tech
does land a stun up on the meme Swindle, does pull down the Ignite, and does pull the trigger on his ultimate. Is going to be unable to get it as he does Distortion away.
Looks
barely
like
stays alive.
Swindle is going for a Rylai's here. That's interesting. I don't know how good it is utility-wise, but definitely it looks like he's going for the AP and the health to really survive the Syndra combo. And it definitely saved him there, that Giant's Belt.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing he's got that Abyssal Scepter and the Giant's Belt. I wonder if he's going to actually build Crystal Scepter, if he's just going to hold on to that Giant's Belt for a while. I think he's going Death Cap, because he's got the needlessly large rod and the Blasting Wand, but I don't know. I would assume he's just going to go Death Cap, and then just hold on to
just hold on to that Giant's Belt. For the,
just for that dank, nasty health.
Yeah. He may build it into... I don't know what else he would build it into. Besides the...
Warmogs?
Possibly.
That'd be intense. That'd be one hell of a build here, as we do see the ARAM coming into the mid lane as Bronze Hearts wants to siege up that middle tower. Infinity going on the Dadrock a little bit. Trading damage back and forth. Swindle on the side does try and burst out Nickelrack. He actually gets stunned up by Dadrock. The ultimate for Cinder goes onto the wrong one. Infinity going super deep. Big stun by him on the mid tech. Kicks out Dadrock. Does ult back now. Gwace flashes forward, trying to chase him out. Does go on to Leona a little bit. Lands the spike comes down and the Tempered Fate. Whereas Leona does not get away. A Stabilization finishes him up. The stun from Infinity does land on the Dadrock. Stabilization does get the social for that one. Dadrock now on the unknown 80 carry. Gwace goes down to unknown 80 carry. Unknown 80 carry is actually able to almost get out. Civilization flashes. Does get the boomerang kill with the auto attack. Sorry, not his boomerang. Now trying to chase them out as that Sivir is unable to completely catch up, as it is in total a 2-for-2 trade between Bronze Hearts and Nefarious Esports.
Yeah, a very good trade coming out from a very good team fight coming out from Nefarious Esports. Dadrock with a great engagement on the LeBlanc. However, he did have the Cinder ult onto the wrong clone, but that didn't stop them from chasing them down and finishing them all off.
Yeah,
majority of
Infinity
them
actually decided to teleport into the top lane in an attempt to get this turret as he is trying to clear up the waves and put some damage onto it, but only gets it to about half health. Is now Nickelrack's walking up there to maybe stop it out as best he can. Also, we do see that now Datarock will have the teleport advantage in this series or in this game. So they're gonna have to be really careful and watch for the flank Maokai because Infinity's either gonna have to group with them and they're gonna have to fight that way and wait for it, or just know that they're gonna possibly fight a man down. As mid is not gonna be able to catch up to anybody after he pops the Frost Queen's claim, does get stunned up, and they are gonna back off a little bit. Casual ARAM going on again as we're just gonna see them hopefully duke it out. Side lane's top is pushing actually in favor of Nefarious, and I think bottom's gonna end up pushing in favor of Nefarious. I'm not actually sure. Datarock gets stunned up with that minion. Bard says here's an auto attack with a meep. Nothing too big coming down. Datarock getting taken down almost. Fiku and everybody else is going on to him. Boys gets stunned up into Datarock. Fiku kicks him back. It's a four-man kick. As they are going to try and possibly back out of this one, I guess. Infinity does not want to go hard the paint. It's starting up the stun. It does try and go onto him. Does not get it onto Datarock. Datarock goes into the meme swindle now. He's extremely low as mid-tech does finish him off. Lands Respite comes down to keep Quace alive as Infinity was onto him. Gonna heal up the whole team as now it's a 1-for-0 trade in favor of Nefarious.
They cannot touch this backline. They can't touch the Cinder or the Sivir, and they're just raining hell on Bronze Hearts here.
Yeah, Datarock being a massive quote-unquote rocket, as his name states, in that front line, as they are unable to completely burst through him. As Bronze Hearts coming up does not want to give them this Baron. Quickly going down though in favor of Nefarious as they do get
the Bard steal.
Steals it. Datarock almost going down,
and he gets out.
Actually,
no way.
Sorry, NO80 carry, he gets 2 kills. Waste goes extremely low. Leona picks him up, says I want to kill as well as my Baron. Mid-tech going extremely low now. Speakers onto him, does miss the Q on NO80 carry. Dash and gets the Q double shutdown. Stabilization now is the last one alive for Nefarious. He's extremely low in the pit. Fiku ults him, does get the Q damage. And an ace on the sides of Bronze Hearts as Leona was able to steal the Baron with his Bard Q. Oh my god!
That was crazy, man.
Oh!
Oh, if Nefarious was able to secure the Baron, I think they would have actually won that fight because of the bonus damage from the Baron buff. But that was really close. Really unfortunate for Nefarious, though.
That was some dirty Bard play if I have ever seen it.
He got out too.
As Keen says, no one expects the Bard Inquisition. Mid tower, the outer does get the inner does get pushed down. Now Baron buff on the side of Bronze Hearts. I'm hoping they're gonna look to group and keep taking towers so that we can see them. They should be able to get the bot inner as well pretty quickly.
Swindle with
Stun onto Gwace by Swindle. Does land a Q, is not going to go super hard into him. Gwace dashing onto him.
Swindle
does pop his passive. Infinity and Datarock now fighting it up at the top lane. There's lots of damage done to them. Datarock does get stunned up by Infinity. He's putting as many 3 procs down as he can. Datarock getting extremely low, getting slowed up by the red buff and the Iceborne Gauntlet. Datarock goes back onto him. He knows his team's falling up behind. Infinity says, screw this, I'm outie as he leaves. Bronze Hearts is going to trade that stupid fight in the top lane that they tried to collapse on the side of Nefarious for a dragon. That's 3 over to them as they're going to go bottom with their Baron buff and push that in. Woo! I'm liking this action-packed game, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nefarious had a had a lead going, but that game just swung out of their favor into Bronze Hearts. And they are really pressuring with this Baron right now.
That bottom outer tower does go down in favor of Bronze Hearts. They're now going for the mid inhibitor tower as well as the bottom inhibitor tower. They're looking to siege up with this Baron buff. We'll see what they get out of it exactly. I don't know what their Baron power play is. I wish we had the sweet LCS graphics for that. That'd be kind of nice right now. Datarock getting choked out, goes on to Fiku. He gets extremely low. The Bard Tempered Fate does come out of
Three of them.
stabilization, and Gwace. Gadrock gets taken down. Gwace goes down, lands with Spike, gets kicked over to the side, does splash out of his own ultimate. Infinity super deep on the stabilization. Double kill for him. Triple kill for him as he gets him.
Could this
Can
be
he
the
go for
Penta?
the Penta now? They're trying to
They're
dive.
going for
The
it.
stun for Praise Leona does land on the mid-tech.
There's a Quadra.
Kill for Infinity. Nickelrack's the only one alive as he's trying to get away. Does splash, stun onto him.
And there's the
it's
Penta.
Penta kill for UNSC Infinity, baby. Taking that bottom inhibitor tower, taking the bottom inhibitor, and maybe going to be able to take the game off of that.
I think we may be seeing a Echo ban or first pick next game. From
Yeah, I was
Nefarious.
extremely surprised it got through to begin with, and Infinity showing us why it's got that 57.7% win rate. Champion is retarded.
Infinity just abusing everybody on Nefarious. However, a good game from both teams coming out of this first series. Our first game of the series.
Definitely a fantastic game of the series. As I want to look at the stats real quickly, looking at the graphs. Damage dealt the champions, UNSC Infinity with the highest amount, 26.5k. Actually, mid-tet and stabilization on Nefarious coming out just behind them with 25.5 each.
Yeah, their
Woo,
tank.
man, what a series.
The super tank did the most damage in the game. Balanced champion.
He also
Right.
has the most damage taken as
Oh,
well.
that's true.
And the most no, he does not have the most healing done. Sorry, Kindred does, and he's actually third in that category because Lee Sin's just barely above him. But baby, the Echo definitely coming out. It was that was something else. As we get into the next game, we'll take you guys over to a quick musical break as Bronze Hearts and Nefarious take the Rift for the next game, game 2.
You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Risk that you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Risk that you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. And when the light comes through, when that day isn't new, then it will be time for a new frame of mind. When all eyes are on you, you will know what to do, since you will have found your new frame of mind. When you lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days. Come find me and we will play. between us, it was over, and it went I remember.
All right. We are going to be getting into game two now of this series between Bronze Hearts and Nefarious Esports. Again, I'm Chrono, you're joined here by Tuna, if you're just tuning in.
Yep, I am excited for this game. The last game was very action-packed. Pentakill, Baron Steel, like 50 kills in like 30 minutes. It was definitely something to behold. On the blue side, this time we have Nefarious Esports, and on the red side, we have Bronze Hearts Big Dreams. Now, Graves and Gragas were banned by Nefarious last time. They're coming out the exact same. Same for Bronze Hearts. They also banned the Poppy Alistar. Echo getting banned out by Bronze Hearts. This time they said, hey, we're on red side. We don't want to give it to him first pick. And then the Bard ban actually coming out from Nefarious Esports, as Leona does play that a lot. And it showed with many very good stuns, many very good Tempered Fates, one very good Baron Steel. I mean, he definitely showed up game one.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to see what type of picks and bans we'll see
first pick
in this game.
with Malphite
Jax?
open. That's it's an interesting pick considering not banning Malphite.
Can you explain the Jax pick to me?
I mean, he is a strong top laner, but when his biggest counter's open, it's a little bit interesting. But we are going to see the Maokai pick again, followed by Kindred.
Yeah,
team swapping two of their champions.
Maokai does get picked up for Infinity, as well as the Kindred. Oh, excuse me. As well as the Kindred for Fiku. Fiku saying, "Hey, that champion is really good. I'm gonna show you how to play it this time." Same with Infinity picking up the super tanky Maokai. I'm still just extremely perplexed as to why you would pick this Jax first pick.
It is interesting. It does look like it may be Jack's jungle, though. Not 100% sure.
I mean, that's
We'll
an
see.
option, but I wouldn't think it would be, would it?
I mean, you have Gwis picking up Thresh and Nick picking up Jax, so if they swap just the two of them, it would be Jack's jungle, but we don't know if they're planning to three-man trade.
I mean, I'm looking through OP.GG's, and Gwis is the only one. I mean, yeah, okay, so Gwis is the only one that's played the Jax. Dadrock has not played it at all lately. And Gwis has been playing at jungle, going Devour, Rage Blade, Hextech Gunblade, and some tanky stuff.
We'll see, though. It could be Jack's top, though.
It just still mind boggles me that's the option they're going for here. The Lucian does get picked up as well, very strong pick. We saw the unknown AD carry playing it last game. He actually got switched out in the AD carry role by Chiyaha Kisan. I'm just gonna call him Chi probably, or Chiyaha, or whatever I end up calling him. Who knows? Uh, is gonna come in for AD carry this game, as I believe unknown had to leave. I don't remember why, but I do believe he just had to leave. So we've got a new AD carry in. Maybe that'll shake things up a bit for the series.
Yeah, we do have Braum
Unless
and
that is
Caitlyn being
unknown, and I'm
picked up.
just insane. Braum, Caitlyn. Braum's a strong. See, I stand to the fact that Braum is a strong laner and that he's a monster still. And
Dadrock
then I've
picking up
seen
Gnar with the insta lock.
these of Caitlyn's go pretty hard. Gnar getting picked up, really good pick into the Maokai, I would say. Something that I would just assume that he plays a lot of that matchup, since that used to be a pretty standard top lane matchup, as well as the TF getting picked up, so that is going to be the Jax jungle no matter what. Um, TF got banned by Bronze Hearts last game, and so it gets picked up this game since it did get through for mid Tet. Um, I mean, I assume that's one of his big champions. Probably the global pressure is something that he likes to have. I'm expecting to make a lot come out of that, seeing that it was last picked blindly, and that it was banned last game.
Yeah, we are gonna see Jax in the jungle this game, and Lissandra possibly mid lane. Oh, yep, that's what it's gonna be.
Yep, well,
So
Sandra does get locked in for the mid lane for Meme Swindle. I do believe that's definitely a mid lane matchup, I would say, in favor of the list. I would think with Fiku coming mid, pretty much at any point they could get a kill onto the Twisted Fate.
yeah,
I'm this Jax
TF
jungle
is gonna have
just
to be relying on roaming and getting
yeah.
kills that
Right
way.
now he's got Ignite. I wonder if he'll take Cleanse.
Cleanse or TP or Ghost even. Yeah. All
Anything
four of
really
those
but
are
Ignite.
options. I think Ignite could still work in his favor though, considering they have three people with heals with Maokai, Kindred, and Lissandra.
But I mean, if List goes on you, you're just dead.
That's very
This-
true. Yeah.
With Ignite, you're donezo. Like, she's gonna burn your flash once, and then she's gonna kill you. All right, he does take the Ignite. We will see where that goes. I do want to see how well this Jax jungle plays out. I am kind of excited to see it. I was looking through champion.gg the other day. It did have a pretty high win rate actually. So we'll see what comes of it. On the blue side, we've got Nefarious Esports. On the red side, we do have Bronze Hearts. Who are you thinking has won the champion select here, Chrono?
I'm definitely gonna have to go with Bronze Hearts this game. They have a lot of front line, a lot of peel, and three carries that can all do a lot of damage. On Nefarious, you have a mix of team fighting and pick, which is a little bit weird, but I mean it can work if they get ahead early. But I think if this game goes to late game, it is definitely in Bronze Heart's favor.
I would have to agree with you. I'm a little bit scared for the mid lane matchup. I don't know fully what the Jax jungle brings to the table. I do know that Gnar is a good matchup into the Maokai though. But I mean, we'll see as the game plays out. A minute and 45 seconds here until we're into the game. We'll take you to a quick musical break as Nefarious Esports on the blue side and Bronze Hearts on the red side get ready to battle it out into game 2. Bronze Hearts leading the series 1-0.
All right, we'll be back with you in a few.
Big boy nerds coming to the mall. Living life for the next drop.
Summoners gonna get 'em all. Living life for the next drop.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, we are going to be loading into game 2 here. And it does look like there's going to be a level 1 fight here coming out.
Oh my god, level 1 fight indeed. Infinity getting bursted down really quickly, does flash away, does go down to Dadrock. First blood over to him. Austin go back on to Dadrock, the stun does not land, stun on to Praise Leona, goes down. Fiku flashing forward onto him, is unable to get the kill. Stabilization gets him 2-0 over in favor of Nefarious. As the stun card does land onto Chiagaka, and as he is forced to flash out as the hook barely misses. 2-0 start, baby. We get into the game already. Let's go, Clown Fiesta. Let's go, Clown Fiesta. I am stoked. We got Nefarious Esports on the blue side, 2-0 already. In the top lane, Dadrock playing that Gnar in the jungle, Gwace on the jungle Jax. Mid lane, mid-tet on TF. Bottom lane, AD carry stabilization, playing Lucian, and Nickelrack playing Thresh. On the red side, we have Bronze Hearts in the top lane. UNSC Infinity on the Maokai. In the jungle, Fiku playing Kindred. In the mid lane, Meme Swindle on the new project. I can't speak. Lysandra Skin.
Project. What is it?
AD carry. Yeah, it's Project, dude.
No, I think it's called something else. But
No, it's Project. Project Lysandra and Project Soraka.
we'll see what the chat says. I think it's something else, but
I'm telling you, it's Project. In bottom lane, Chiahawk on the AD carry Caitlyn, and support Praise the Leona on the Braum. My blood is pumping after that start. As we see
it's
a
program,
bottom lane.
not project.
Program. Sorry,
Thank
I'm
you,
a trash can.
Sweet Daddy
Thank
Long.
you, Sweet Daddy Longcock. Not the only Sweet Daddy with a long cock around here. Am I right, Chrono? I'm talking about you.
Yeah, you definitely are.
That's the bottom lane. And the bottom lane AD carry, stabilization, and Dadrock, the top laner of Nefarious, both walked away with kills at the start of this. That was something I definitely didn't expect to see.
Yeah, that level 1 fight was pretty interesting.
Pretty interesting
A little
indeed.
bit of spread out. We have
Yeah,
Swindle
Meme
going
Swindle
on
goes on to mid-tet. They do get the proc of the Kindred almost on him as well. He gets stunned up and queued. Hook misses. Gwace here in the bottom lane as well. Flash already burned now by mid-tet as he has nothing in the mid lane to get away from another gank. That's a little worrying. Just like we said though earlier that we were afraid for the mid lane that they would put a lot of pressure there. It's easy ganks with him being so immobile and him not taking cleanse. Hook from Nickelrack wins on a Praise Leona. Keep going through by stabilization, but they're not going to go onto him.
Every lane's about even in CS right now.
Even in CS, but Summoners burned randomly across the board after that level 1 Fiesta. As we see Gwace picking up his buff. And Fiku continuing to farm it up here.
See, possibly a lane gank in top lane. Jack's waiting up in bush. A little bit of
Nickel
trade
Rack
going down.
lands the
top lane.
hook on a Praise Leona. Good trade for them. Quace hanging out in this top mid bush. Is not backing. He keeps canceling it. Backing now. I think he's gonna completely back. As Infinity's got that wave pretty much stuck in front of his tower. Oh, excuse me for a little bit. Nothing too big really going on now. Standard lanes happen. They are farming it up. If in terms of scaling, which side do you think has it? If a game were to
Bronze
go
Hearts.
super late,
Definitely.
Bronze Hearts.
You know, they have two massive walls with Maokai and Braum, and then 280 carries and a Lissandra. I feel like they just have so much peel and late game damage that if this does go to late game, Nefarious is gonna have to get picks to be able to win team fights. We do have Gwace
As
coming in with the
Gwace gets
lantern.
lantern in, flash by
TF
Nickelback as
ult
well,
come down
and TF
too.
is down here. Flash hook lands onto Leona. Gwace trying to go on a
Double
TI
exhaust
as he's
coming
forced
out.
to heal. Exhaust come out as the teleport does come in from Infinity, goes on a mid-tep, putting some damage down. He's extremely far back as the team isn't necessarily there to help him. Stabilization does that kill onto him as he ends up going down, burning all of his summons. I wish he just canceled that teleport.
Yeah,
He
it's
just
really ambitious. coming in
teleported
there.
extremely deep.
Yeah, and looks like there's
As
a
the-
little bit of well, not miscommunication, but they've Twitch count right now.
Absolutely not. Struck his love.
Heard you
struck
typing
his
right
love.
when you typed that.
Yeah, I am. I figured mid twos you'd hear it. That's why I typed extremely loud.
Yeah.
I just thought it was. I thought it was funny, but boom, dropping down the bombs. Get back into this game here, 3-0, and
We'll
not
see if they
afraid
could,
to do the lantern
make that up.
flash flay. I don't think Bronze Hearts expected the 6-minute 30-second 5-man bottom lane.
Tuna, are you on the Olympus Gamers Twitch account right now?
Absolutely not. Struck his love.
Heard you
struck
typing
his
right
love.
when you typed that.
Yeah, I am. I figured mid twos you'd hear it. That's why I typed extremely loud.
Yeah.
I just thought it was. I thought it was funny, but boom, dropping down the bombs. Get back into this game here, 3-0 in favor of Nefarious Esports. We got Baboom talking trash in the chat. I do love it. And OGG Roids still get to finals. No Keen they can't, since they didn't show up to meetings and then never played games for the last who knows how many weeks, because they all just left. Unfortunate for them. They do not get to
start
participate
next week.
in the playoffs. Do what start next week?
Playoffs, or is it the week after?
This is playoffs.
Oh,
this
it is.
This is
okay.
quarters, dude.
Oh, I'm.
We're in the quarters.
I'm not updated. I'm sorry. Been a little bit busy recently.
We are in the quarterfinals. The last game of the quarterfinals too is the other one. Actually, did not end up getting played out yesterday.
Okay, so last week was finals too. I played and I didn't even.
No, last
Really?
week was the last regular week. This is
Oh,
quarters.
oh, okay. So
Next
it's
week
14.
semis.
Okay. Or 18s, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I've not been paying much attention to it. Sorry.
You have not. I do want to point out that Stabilization decided to go. They were the ones. No. Stabilization did choose to go with the Cole. I'm not 100% sure what went through his head when he was like, man, I just really want Cole right here, but Boyce hanging out in the bottom lane is looking for something. He does get warded out, does not land the stun as Leona is forced to flash away. Moon Swindle now onto mid-tet, does ult him, lands the Q, is trying to keep going. Does land another Q as he's got the pick a card, is not going to be able to finish him off. As Moon Swindle has no more damage to throw out.
Do have Gwis coming down to bot lane again, but it looks like they're going to be looking for a dragon here, but you have Fuku and Swindle in the bush right there. Gwis going on a Fuku, getting a stun onto him.
Yeah, it does
Looks
stun
like
out
he's gonna
Lancer
null.
Spite does come out.
Inflate out of the
out
ult.
of it. Team Swindle does take that E through. Looking into the top lane here. Infinity's onto Dadrock. Dadrock trying to get away. He's not in Mega. Infinity's ultimate still going. Does pop the ultimate. Does get the W down. Dadrock trying to put some damage on his into Mega. He does have the Hex Drinker passive. There's no way Infinity's going to be able to blow through that with having no mana.
Pendrick, this is game 2. Bronze Hearts won first game.
Yeah, Twin.
Pendrick.
That's Twin.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Dirty Twin. Dirty Twin. 4-0 in favor of Nefarious as they also have almost a 2k gold lead. Dadrock teleported back into this top lane, is going on to Infinity, does land the 3 hyper procs. Doesn't get that boomerang to land though, as Infinity's just going to be able to back here.
Yeah. Dadrock is able to bully Infinity out of this lane, but he is behind in farm. And the other lanes are all about all the lanes are about even. Fiku's a little bit ahead in farm. If we look at Devourer's stacks, it is 4 for Fiku and 1 for Gwis.
Right, Dadrock taking a tower shot, just trying to keep Infinity in this lane. Really playing with him here. Fiku clears out a ward.
Looks like they're looking for a catch on Fiku.
Ooh,
Flash
Gwis
stun.
does flash and gets the stun with the Q jump down. Mid-tech kills Fiku, gets that one for himself. As now, Gwis is 0-0 and 5. I don't think this is what they wanted to see. I don't think this is what Bronze Hearts wanted to see from the start of this game with the Jungle Jacks coming through.
Yeah. He's really making work of those stuns.
It is definitely a scary spot to be in. Got the Devourer. He is going to start stacking that up. He's already at 6 stacks in 12 minutes. Infinity and Dadrock trading it out a little bit. Dadrock getting the best of him there. There's some wave clearing going on in mid. Looks like they're both going for the Roa build. Dadrock onto Infinity again. Infinity does land that Q. He's putting some damage down. Fiku's behind him. Infinity's kind of wants this fight. Pops his ulti. Does get the W down. Dadrock gets the double stun. Goes trying to go on a Fiku. Only lands the Gnar on Infinity. Has Infinity flash. Ult doesn't get the Q. Dadrock unable to flash over the wall as that's a kill over to Bronze Hearts. 5-1 now the kill score.
Deadrock really wanted to get that double ult. I think if he just, just ulted immediately and ran away.
Oh, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt you here. Yep. Pet does take the Twisted Fate ulti to the top lane, does get the gold card down, is trying to take down Tanky Infinity, has the pick a card, does get it with the beautiful blue card, as it is enough damage to secure that one. Stabilization, Gwis and Nickelrack from Nefarious all onto this dragon as they do take it down. Hook onto Leona, he tries to jump out. Gwis does land a stun to him. He's little ults. Gwis with the frozen tomb. He's extremely low. So is stabilization as the ultimate from Caitlyn comes out from the side. Flash Q from Lissandra takes him down. As Nickelrack's getting cut out here as well. The whole team's here. He gets stunned up by Braum. Is going over to the blue side. Does hook over as Chiaha's trying to get him. Does land the Q, but does not get the kill from it. Nickelrack's still trying to run away. Means Swindle gets stunned up here in the mid lane by that pick a card. And Nickelrack flashes over the wall. Chiaha trying to catch up to does flash. Gets the auto attack headshot. Does not hit the Q.
He's gonna heal for the moon
to catch
speed.
up. Gets the auto attack down number 1. Auto attack down number 2. Q number 3 does get the snipe. Is able to come that one up 6-4 overall. Is the kill score as Caitlyn does get that one. Dadrock trying to take this top tower as he has a wave here. He's going to go into Mega. Infinity's going to pop his ulti to clear up waves and do some damage to Dadrock. Dadrock unable to finish it down. Gets extremely low because he's tanking tower. Infinity's actually trying to chase him up. He's not in range for the W. Did not actually get the ult damage down.
close there, but somehow Nar was able to outrun him even
Oh,
though he has
flash
boots.
gold card onto Fiku. I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Gweiss gets that stun. Civilization comes in for the assist as well. Gweiss picking that one up. 1, 1, and 5 onto him. Sorry, keep up with your point.
Yeah, no, Nefarious is just doing a great job of getting these picks off over and over again.
Absolutely, they are. I mean, they got some pretty good picks. They have the hook from
That's what they need.
Nickelrack.
They can't let this game go to late game.
They've got the stun from TF Pickaguard. They got the stun off the Jax. I mean, they can definitely keep it up. They'll be in good shape. Stabilization and Nickelrack pushing in the bottom lane, trying to get this tower down. As they had that extremely early advantage with that level 1 fight, and they're keeping it up. Stabilization is 3, 1, and 2 now. As he has his Essence Reaver finished, Caitlyn with an uncompleted item. Gweiss coming into the bottom lane. He is hiding in the river bush. Hook does not land by Nickelrack. As Gweiss is still hiding in this bush, hopefully looking for something. Stabilization freezing the lane, forcing it to push
Dadrock did manage
out.
to get top lane tower though, and he's
Dadrock
backing.
did take top lane tower.
Both
You are
TPs
right.
are up, so we may see a team fight in bot lane here.
Yeah,
Swindle
but
does
Bronze
not
Hearts are
have
going to
it,
want to
though.
be careful because they also have the
TF ult now.
F ulti. Gweiss coming in, stunned to really not do anything. Mid-Tet actually burned his ulti, does land the Q, and the stun card onto Meme Swindle. Meme Swindle
going on
takes
there.
the E over the wall, does not actually take the E, just uses it over the wall. As Gweiss is onto Fiku now, does land the Smite slow, but isn't going to do anything. Dadrock chasing out Infinity here, does land the Hyper hit, is trying to get one, gets the auto attack, does not land the Q to proc Hyper. Infinity tries to turn around, pops ulti, gets the W, lands the Q, putting a lot of damage down to Dadrock now. He's extremely low. Dadrock is going to go to Mega, does get the stun, does get the Q, does gnar him up against the wall. Hexfinger passive comes through. Healing from Infinity coming out, trying to keep him alive as he's extremely low. Dadrock chasing it out, does land the Q, gets the slow, does not land the W, does not have
He's
any
gonna pick it
tower
up.
there, does land that Q snipe
the
with the
fade
house,
away.
does take him down. Gweiss does take down Meme Swindle with an assist to Mid-Tet in the mid lane as they finish him off. 9-4 the overall kill score in favor of Nefarious.
Yeah, and if you look at Devour stacks right now, Jax has 19 while Kindred is at 11. So Jax definitely
Yeah, hold on,
going ahead
Fiku
of
getting
Fawn.
onto Dadrock. Dadrock has to flash over the wall. Does get the flash this time.
But the
As he does live
red
through
smite
red
will
buff.
not be enough.
Sorry, red smite, not red buff. You are correct.
May have been both. That was both, yeah.
Was it both? Alright. Is both. Both right. I don't feel like a shitter anymore. Nickelrack. Hooking up that minion, but hey, that minion says he really doesn't want to be a hooker. As they decide not to take it. Or stroll down the alleyway and into his bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got dark really fast. Sorry, minion. You know what? Sometimes minion lives just end up being hookers. Sometimes they end up being doctors. Sometimes they end up being gold for Lucian. It just depends on the minion. Just depends
20 bucks
on.
is 20 bucks, right?
I mean, yeah, 20 bucks. Hey, 16 gold, 6 or 18 gold or however much it's worth is 18 gold. Am I right? Like, come on. He needs that gold. He needs it in his pocket. Gotta support his little minion family. Team Swindle clearing up the pink ward. Mid-Tet's over here on the side with his gold card. He is not gonna land it, he's just gonna walk away. Dadrock in the
Looks
top
like
lane.
there's kind of a stalemate right now. Just everybody playing passively. We do have a 2-tower advantage for Nefarious. Dragon's coming up at about 25 seconds here. Almost at the 20-minute mark. If you look at Devour stacks, we have Jax at 25 and Kindred at 14.
And Jax also has that Rageblade completed, and Kindred is going for Hex Drinker over the quick Runans. I noticed that as well. I assume that that's because he's afraid of the burst damage from Jax and from the Twisted Fate. And because he's not, I mean, he's halfway. He's not like super close to finishing off his Devourer. So he says, "Hey, I can hold off on that one, and we'll We'll see what comes out of
TF
that.
coming in the
TF
top lane with the
does ult in the top lane. They're on to
ult.
UNC Infinity. As the Gnar
Gnar
ultimate
into the
comes
wall.
down, throwing UNC Infinity into the wall. He gets stunned up. Gold card onto him as well. Huge stuns coming out as Fiku's trying to put down the damage. Does Laser Respite, needed to hold on to that for another second, but he did save Dadrock. No.
It just took them too long to do what they wanted to. I feel like they needed to focus the Kendra to get the fuck out.
Yeah, they probably did need to focus that Kinder to get the fuck out. I will say, Fiku, I was scared for a second because he hit the Lens Respite right before Dadrock died, and Infinity still had some health on him. So I figured they would wait till Dadrock died, but he actually saved Dadrock, but in the end, Infinity got out and they got the kill on Dadrock, which was good. But I was worried there for a split second. That Kindred had done one of them, popped one of them rush ultis where he actually just saves the enemy team.
We have Jax finishing his sated while Kindred is at 18 or 19 now, a little bit behind.
I was scared for a second because he hit the Lens Respite right before Dadrock died, and Infinity still had some health on him. So I figured they would wait till Dadrock died, but he actually saved Dadrock, but in the end, Infinity got out and they got the kill on Dadrock, which was good. But I was worried there for a split second. That Kindred had done one of them, popped one of them rush ultis where he actually just saves the enemy team.
We have Jax finishing his sated while Kindred is at 18 or 19 now, a little bit behind.
They are just a little bit behind. I will say that Fiku is 0-4-3 on this Kindred, not the best kill score that he's ever wanted. But hopefully he shows me why he picked it up here
Nefarious
shortly and
needs
going
to
hard.
take advantage of not having the sated yet and really push this before they start getting upscaled. And they're doing a good job of it. They're up 6k gold right now.
They are up about 6k gold. 7k. Well, no, 6k. You're right. I'm retarded. I can't even read numbers. I failed math
Jax
class.
pushing the spot lane.
Pushing up that bottom lane is getting to that tower. Meme Swindle does land the Q onto him, slowing him up. Gway's trying to turn around, gets the stun down, does not actually as Frozen Tomb comes through. He flashes away. Mid-tech flashes for the gold card as Civilization comes in for that side pulling, gives him a little drive-by as Gway takes that one up. That is not a racial comment because I said drive-by, by the way. Fiku going onto Dadrock is unable to get it down as he gets away. They're pushing up that bottom lane, trying to get the tower. See if they can. Nicolrat comes in for the flash play, does not land the hook. Jump in from Gway, stuck in the stun on the Chiaha. Exhaust onto him, he gets taken down by Chiaha. Stabilization super deep now as he and Chiaha are dueling it up. He does take down Chiaha and Phrase. Infinity's onto him, he does take him down with that ultimate overall. Dadrock and Fiku now fighting it up. Dadrock with the Gnar into the wall with the stun, does finish him down, gives him the slam dunk with that W. Infinity gets stunned up now, so he's trying to chase it out. He needs to just walk away. Mid-Tet lands another gold card and does the Q across. Teleport coming in here by Meme Swindle. Infinity does stay alive. Meme Swindle's teleport does force them away. He takes that E across, does not land the Q as he takes, Mid-Tet takes the Lantern to freedom. 14-8 the kill score. I'm not actually sure what the trade was overall in that fight because it was excessively elongated.
I think Nefarious came ahead on that. I think it was 5-3 or 5-2 or 4-2. I think. Yeah, 4-2.
4-2 is what we're calling it today. Woo! 4-2. I do want to point out Meme Swindle, as I need to talk this out because his name has the word meme in it, has his score of 420 going down right now. I mean, come on, Destiny is speaking to him.
Is it 420 right now? It's 430. Close.
Is it?
At least on Pacific time.
6:30 here.
Pacific time.
So, little bit off. I do have a link to the playoff bracket Pendrick. Actually, for everyone that wants to see the playoff bracket, if you go to chalong.com/baboom's asshole, you will get the playoff bracket. The greatest link of all time.
Oh, that's actually the link.
Yeah, that is the actual link. I'm not kidding. Yeah, thanks, Bob, for linking it in the chat. Thanks, Bob. As they are around this Baron side. Clearing out
We have
waves.
Midtet pushing the bot lane, but we do have Lysandra coming in.
Thunder goes onto him, does land the stun, lands the Q across, does the frozen tomb, the stun card lands on a meme swindle, as this is a fight to the death
like
here.
mid.
Midtet does land it out. With that sick nasty
Like,
pink
what's going
card,
on with
blue card,
Fiku?
they're on to Fiku now. He does not pop the lance despite he does go down. Infinity's now alone here. Sprays Leona Chiaha coming in on the side. Dadrock is extremely low, does Gnar. Chiaha into the wall, stun goes across to him. They
Jack's
do get
on
it.
the
Gway's trying to
Chiaha.
take down Chiaha. Is unable to.
Ooh.
He gets stunned up by the Braum. Chiaha does kite it out and gets the double
But if we look at the
kill.
bot lane right now, they're sieging that inhib. Now it looks like
Yep,
they are going to
bottom lane,
secure it.
Nefarious said, hey, you guys can fight up there all you want, but we're going to take your towers and inhibitors. They do get that, and they are going to run away. 16 to 10 to kill score. Even though the kills were in favor of Nefarious, actually, the kills went even, actually, between Nefarious and Bronze Hearts. And Nefarious got the bottom inner and the inhibitor, bottom inhibitor turret and the inhibitor itself.
You know, that fight definitely going over to Nefarious.
Yeah.
But if you didn't see that, Caitlyn was
Caitlyn ult to
ulting Twisted Fate, correct? Or
Yeah, she went
yeah.
all the way back
yeah, all the way to the base. Yeah, I saw the
base.
laser coming across.
I was like,
I'm
what
like,
the
what
hell
is
that?
that?
And I was like,
Yeah, I'm
oh.
like, is that like a tower? Is that an Azir tower or something?
I was like, Azir's
no.
not in this game.
Yeah.
Oh man, Caitlyn says, even though you're not in my base anymore, I just want to tell you to get the fuck out. As they are, Nefarious posturing towards this dragon side. PQ is going to take up his blue buff here. Nickelrack getting some wards in. Dragon goes down extremely quickly in favor of Nefarious, as that's 3 over to them. Play, but Hook misses onto Fiku. Mid-tech over here on the side.
Flash
Does
stun
flash
card.
the wall. Lands the spike
Does
comes
get
down.
the ult
Fiku
off.
gets stunned up. He's extremely low. Lands the spike and Gwayce takes him. Chiaha's in a bad position. He gets stunned up and hooked. Mid-tech takes him down in the end. The Spindle
Ooh,
takes the
missing the ult.
Lysandra
Close
E
up.
out. He's back into the base. Infinity's over on the side. He decides he doesn't want any of that. They don't want to chop down that tree right now, as they're going to go over to the Baron side. They got plenty of dashes and jumps to get over that wall. As only TF has to walk around to be the lone man. They are going to go onto this Baron real quickly. It's already at half health. Leona and Infinity are here. Lysandra's coming through on the side. There's no jungler. No chance really of a steal unless Leona got something crazy off again.
We have Midtet.
Mid-Tet does
Stun.
take the
Wes
gate
stunning
over
too.
to Praise the Leona, does get him down. That's a kill for them. 19 to 10 the kill scores. They're going to be able to push in the mid with this Baron. Nope, they're going to back off and then be able to push with it. Playing it safe a little bit, making sure to spend all the gold, hard-earned gold that they just got. Watch out though, maybe with this next election that hard-earned gold might get excessively taxed. Who knows? That's the next patch, actually.
Yeah. We have Kindred still not finishing an item yet. Interesting though. It's going more defensive with the Hex Drinker and Sterix that he's trying to build. Still not sated though. 28 stacks right now. It's 2 more caps. Really needs to get that before this next fight, because they are in trouble. They're 12k gold down, almost.
What's he building?
Looks
It's like he started Runans and then was like,
he
fuck
needs to
this.
get well, he got the Hex Drinker and then he got the Zeal and then I think he realized he needed the Sterix.
He said, fuck this shit, I need Sterix.
Yeah.
Okay. That is not what we were looking for.
Yeah.
That's not, I don't think that's what his
I mean,
team
it's
or
not
him was looking
it's
for,
not
but
bad, but it's what he needed to do.
it's not optimal. But yeah, I don't disagree. It's definitely what he probably needed to do in the situation. As they are sieging up now, Nefarious is with their Baron buff. Infinity goes on a Dadrock. He's taking up the tower, jumps out in the Mega Gnar. They're in the mid. Gwayce looking for a dive, has to stun, ready up. They do take down this tower.
Do have an
Almost
engagement
Nickelrack
rush.
does land a big hook play and box. He flashes out. Being swindled super deep with that Lysandra ulti. Does see taken down real quickly by mid-tech. Gwayce rocking that backline right now as
Lucian
he does
melting
go down to Gwayce. As he does go down to Fiku, it doesn't really matter as the rest of his team is just cleaning it up. Dadrock takes down UNSC Infinity. Fiku sitting on that lane despite does live mid-tech, going around the Nexus, does land the stun on the Chiaha, does get stunned up by the Caitlyn trap. Fiku does take him down, but it doesn't really matter as the rest of
looks like
Nefarious is
Nefarious is gonna
on
end
the
this game
towers and now on
outright
the
here.
Nexus. They're probably going to be able to finish off the game now as they are taking down the Nexus. Stabilization gets super low by Fiku.
They go on to
Chiaha,
Caitlyn,
they do
though.
kill him. Now Dadrock's getting taken low. He's in the Mega. He does get taken down. It's just Nickelrack and Minions versus Chiaha and the Nexus. Nicorak gets stunned up, gets almost taken
Exhausted.
down by Caitlyn. She's exhausted.
And he's gonna be able to
Nicorak
finish
does
it.
off with the sick nasty thresh auto attack, hitting it up with the hook. Does finish it off. That's victory to Nefarious Esports in 29 minutes. Just a little bit faster than the last game. And it'll take our series to 1-1 overall. Nefarious has 1 game win, and Bronze Hearts has 1 game win. We're going to game 3.
Yep. Now let's take a look at the post-game stats here. If you take a look at the damage dealt to champions, you have Mid-Ted on TF climbing ahead of everybody with almost 24k damage. Nefarious just kind of behind in their damage. If you look at gold earned here, again, just Nefarious pulling ahead. Great game by both the teams. But Nefarious were able to, take use of their comp and get all those picks off early and got really far ahead to the point where Bronze Hearts teamfight comp couldn't contest. What do you think about that game, Tuna?
Yeah, I do want to go to the damage dealt to champions graph. I was really afraid during pick and ban after watching the first game for Mid-Tet. I mean, he was doing really good first game, but he picked the TF without cleanse into Lysandra and the Kindred, and I figured they would just sit on him and just absolutely tear him apart. But they didn't, and he got away with ulting everywhere that he could. He got all kinds of damage down everywhere that he saw. He hit several gold cards when he needed to. I didn't see him actually miss a gold card on stream, at least, so that we saw that he needed to hit. I mean, he definitely showed why that was banned the first game, and I'll expect it to get banned this next game, and I actually expect Echo to be banned on the side of Nefarious so that Bronze Hearts doesn't get it this game as well. I have nothing else to say. I don't know if you do, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and you can pick it up in Champion Select as it is going to be Game 3. Bronze Hearts and Nefarious tied up, going to the last game of our series here.
All right, we'll be back in a few.
Shines a lifeline. Escape is what I need. I should have listened last night, God. This is beyond belief that we keep falling for the lure of liquid confidence and lies, and we skydive from walls we built. On the way down screaming, whoa, if all we have is time, then we'll be alright. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. We're running on fumes, but we'll make it through tonight. It's not love, but it's better than dreaming. Oh, I'm on fire. There's a burning in my bones and in my eyes. These dreams are taking hold, it just needs time. And time. time, then we'll be alright. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. We're running on fumes, but we'll make it through tonight. It's not love, but it's better than dreaming. If all we have is time, then we'll be alright. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. We're running on fumes, but we'll make it through tonight. It's not love, but it's better than dreaming. can stay. Right here we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm. You'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path along the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. When they say you will fall, you can reach nothing at all. Hide your tracks beneath the rind of a different frame of mind. Is that what you heard? Broken words in the dirt, yelling up into the sun. Here we come, here we come. Here we come.
All right, we are going to be coming into game 3 here of series between Nefarious Esports and Bronze Hearts. If you're just tuning in, Bronze Hearts won game 1, Nefarious Esports won game 2, and on blue side we have Bronze Hearts, and on red side we have Nefarious Esports. I'm Chrono, joined here by Tuna.
Hello.
And
Hello.
we are going to open up with Poppy and Twisted Fate band coming out from Bronze Hearts, and Bard and Graves coming from Nefarious Esports.
Yeah, Poppy banned out every game. Twisted Fate, not surprised. Put in huge work last game and was banned in game 1. Nar, not too surprised either. I think they're expecting the Echo ban that just came through, so they're gonna maybe pick a Maokai, and they saw that one coming. Gragas gets through first game. He got through as well. Huge pick into the Kindred. Really stops its ultimate from doing any work with his ultimate. Oh, excuse me. And a very strong, aggressive jungler, to say the least.
Yeah, that's odd.
Bard, they don't want any more. Praise the Leona. Baron steals. Graves banned out every game. And then Echo is the OP 57.7% win rate in top lane. Broken. Frozen Heart. Sorry, Frozen Fist. Sunfire. Echo. Bullshit. I hate it. Stupid champion.
That's odd. My game sound or my client sound isn't working for some reason.
Well, while you fix that one up, I'll continue with champion select here.
That's fine.
Gwace
Doesn't matter.
picking up that Jax again. Again, also did work on it last time. I don't know if that was because of the level 1 fight or if he was actually doing work on it or not. I guess we'll see this game. Maybe a level 1 fight won't break out, and he won't start off the game 0 and 2. And then the Alistar comes through. Again, a really strong pick. We saw it do some pretty good work game 1, although it didn't get the win. It did a lot. So hopefully we'll see it. Hopefully we'll see it do a bit more this game.
Yeah, we do have Janna and Maokai coming out for picks for Bronze Hearts. Looks like
Yeah,
they are going for a heavy PO comp.
Yeah, they got some super strong disengage with the Janna and the Gragas. And like I said earlier, they do pick up that Maokai. They didn't want to play that Gnar matchup again. They didn't like it. They were afraid of how much damage Dadrock was doing to Infinity in that top lane. Dadrock really beaten down with that Gnar into the Maokai. So changing that lane up, as well as Dadrock takes the Trundle this time. That's a pretty good pickup into the super tank that is Maokai and the mid to late game tank that is the Gragas. So
Yeah,
we've
and
also
stabilization is also going to take Lucian again. I think that's the third game we've seen Lucian, or second. I'm not sure.
Lucian, that is the third.
Yeah, he's played at every game, correct?
No. A unknown AD carry played at game one. Stabilization played at game two because I made a drive-by joke, and then game three stabilization is now also on it.
Okay. Looks like we may have another Caitlyn pick.
Yeah.
Ziggs would be interesting
I
with all the
wasn't
peel.
super excited with the Caitlyn last game. I mean, there was the kind of I don't know how to say it nicely, play where he chased out Nicolarak's Thresh forever and like burned all of his summoners and everything for it. I mean, I guess they got the kill, but I don't know if it was fully worth. But it looked a little special. Um, but I mean, maybe he'll show it this game why he keeps picking it. And Ziggs coming through from Meme Swindle. Uh, okay, Ziggs got picked. That's all I can say. I don't know how to express my feeling now that Ziggs is picked. I mean, I like Ziggs as a champion. When I started playing this game, that was the only champion I ever picked because I thought it was super fun and I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like, ooh, Ziggs, bombs. But I mean, he's got wave clear, but like, there's a billion other things he could have picked for wave clear. He's got some poke. There's a lot of other things he could have picked for poke. Like, I don't, I don't know why you pick Ziggs. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Ziggs does for them that they can't get out of something else.
Yeah, you could be right, but we'll see.
Oriana coming in from mid tet. That's a champion I extremely like. Champion I actually think is just a better version of Ziggs. More supporty, lots of damage, wave clear, safe laner. I mean, I want to see Meme Swindle come in and meme all over kids with this, but I don't see. I'm extremely curious now. I don't know what the Ziggs brings that they extremely want that they couldn't get out of like Anivia or Oriana
Well,
or
Ziggs just has a ton
Azir
of
anything.
AoE damage.
Right, but there's a lot of other champions that do a ton of AoE damage. Azir does pretty good AoE as well as single target, I guess.
Yeah. I was
Oriana
thinking they're
being
gonna pick
picked
something
here,
like Azir, but
Oriana being picked here does that. I mean, Xerath, if you want poke like that Ziggs doesn't have. Anivia, like I said earlier, I just don't. I don't know. To me, Ziggs is just like not in a good spot right now, right? He's not super strong. He's not in his like extremely buff state that he was in a little while back, like season like it was like 4 that I think he was getting picked a bunch.
yeah,
I mean, he's not like weak. Don't get me wrong. He's not like some trash
not
pick. He's not.
strong though.
It's not like they picked Galio and are like, oh, we picked Galio. What are you gonna do? But like, it's like what's going on, you know?
Yeah. So I think we are gonna switch over to break here for a few minutes.
I do want to point out because I'm focused on trying to figure out why they picked Ziggs. Nekorak has proven to me to be an idiot. Yeah, idiot. That is fooled us. Jack's top lane this time by Dadrock. I don't know why they did that. I guess he wants that matchup into the Maokai. I looked through their OP.GGs. I didn't
Yeah, I
see
didn't
him
even
playing it
notice
that
that.
much. I just saw Gwys playing it a bunch, and they did take the Trundle in the jungle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who do you think will pick ban? Let's go with that.
Um, I don't know. I'm gonna say Bronze Hearts, but honestly, it's pretty close. I feel like if Swindle picked more of a utility mage, they would have definitely won. But I don't know. Kind of toss up.
Kind of a toss up, he says. I am going to slightly agree. As we get into the game, we'll take a musical break, 1 minute till we even start loading in. My name's Tuna, my co-caster here, Chrono. On the blue side, we have Bronze Hearts. On the red side, we have Nefarious Esports. Here we go into game 3.
Breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Wish that you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Wish that you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. And when the light comes through, when the day isn't new, then it will be time for a new frame of mind. When all eyes are on you, you will know what to do, since you will have found your new frame of mind. When you lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that
Alright, we are going to be loading into game 3 here.
We are into game 3. Bronze Hearts with a very strong siege composition on the blue side, and Nefarious Esports with a little bit of different, slight change in their composition, kind of combining the one they had in game 1 and game 2 a little bit.
Pull out another bush camp, but it doesn't look like Bronze Hearts wants any of that, and they're just going to defensively ward everywhere.
Yeah, no invades coming in by either team except for that game 2. Oh, I don't know if that was an invade or what exactly it was, but that awkward level 1-5. But no invades coming in at least this game, as it is a standard start out. Bronze Hearts again on that blue side of the top lane. You're going to see Infinity playing Maokai in the jungle. Fiku Gragas in the jungle. In mid lane, Meme Swindle on the Ziggs. And bottom lane, AD carry Chiaha playing that Caitlyn again. And Praise Leona playing support Janna. Nefarious Esports on our red side. Top lane, Dadrock playing the Jax. In the jungle, we have Gwace on the Trundle. In the mid lane, Mid-Tet on Orianna. And bottom lane, AD carry Stabilization playing the Lucian. And support Nickelrack playing the Alistar.
Now it looks like there is going to be a lane swap. Oh,
Yep.
Bronze Hearts is going to be sending their bot lane top and their top lane bottom.
Bronze Hearts have initiated the lane swap as it is coming out. Dadrock going up there to stall them out in the 1v2 as the bottom lane for Nefarious Esports actually started that camp and are going to be pushing in the lane with Infinity actually double jungling with Fiku. Let's talk about this real quickly. So Bronze Hearts wanted to dodge that laning
jungle.
phase. They didn't want the laning phase for their bottom lane. They said, hey, we're afraid of going up against the Lucian Alistar combo with the Kate Janna. We think we can just push, and we think we can dodge that one out, and we can play a more rotational based game with this 2v1 setup
I
they've
want to point out
got.
that both of them are doing the double jungle right now. Looks like Nefarious is going to push to the tower first, though, and they do have a Lucian, who I think is better taking tower than Caitlyn is. It's weird that they did this with a Caitlyn. Wasn't expecting that.
Right. Okay, so Dadarok did end up double jungling with Gwace, so they are going over to their blue buff.
They do have Jax
Um,
to
Jax is
push down
straight
the
up
tower with
walking
them.
down to bottom lane right now,
There's the TP coming out.
and TP coming out from Infinity to try and hold that. He is now bottom 1v3. If Trundle goes down there, that's a super easy dive that they could possibly play out.
They're gonna
Actually, they're
dive
gonna
it
try it right away.
anyways.
Nickel Rack gets the headbutt pulverize onto him. He flashes away. Nickel Rack's tanking up the tower. Dadarok taking a lot of
They
damage.
are gonna get the first
Infinity
blood on
goes
the
down to
Jax.
first blood. Stabilization has to flash out as well as he was taking that one up. Flashes on Nickel Rack and stabilization as Infinity does go down first blood over
Nefarious
to
with
them
a
as they do
great,
get that dive.
counter to the lane swap, and looks like they're gonna be taking the tower first, way before them. And Jax is
Right.
going to be able to TP top and defend that tower most likely, although Gragas is coming top to help take that down. If he does go up there, they may just dive him.
Right, I don't think he's going to TP top. That will be a little risky, but they do get the first blood on the side of Nefarious, and they do take down that
They-
tower. Top tower is only at half health as Gragas just now gets up here.
Yeah, the bot lane needs to get up there quickly. It
For a team
red
that
buff.
initiated the lane swap, I don't think they're really doing it right.
Yeah. It's risky of them to do with the Caitlyn into a Jax. Like, Caitlyn doesn't have really any tower taking ability, and Jax does, you know? And they are going to be able to take the tower, but they are down a kill. And they lost the tower first.
Right, Dadarok and Infinity here in the bottom lane. Now
Bliss is gonna be
Dadarok
counter jungling.
has a long lane, so if Infinity were to push up a little bit too far, trying to clear out minion waves, he could easily get jumped on by Dadarok and get taken out as he has really no escapes. Now the bottom lane of Nefarious is in the top side. They are trying to push and get some damage onto the towers. They've rotated up there extremely quickly. I'm perplexed as to why they would. I mean, you initiate it and then that happens. Like,
I just don't think they really have the team comp to do the lane swap, but
I mean, like, I just don't understand the TP. Like
just
I'm
go to
some
top and take
shitter.
that top tower, yeah.
I'm a
Straight
shitter,
towers.
and I've watched enough LCS games to know when I see somebody TP there, I go, shit,
They
they're
gotta
probably
get
gonna
dove.
fucking die.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. No, I forgot to rearrange champ icons. My bad.
I
Stream.
don't know,
Let me
man.
do that real
Infinity
quick.
up at the top lane trying to hold 1v3 again. This time he does have Gragas with him, though. Gwace is trying to go into him. Nicorak gets the headbutt pulverize. He's not under tower, actually.
But here's Kiku
As
coming in,
teleports
and we have
come
two
in,
TPs
stabilization
coming
gets a
in.
little bit low. They are under the tower. Nicorak is taking it up. Dadrock's here now. Does land a stun onto Infinity.
Another
Does get
TP.
him. Gwace forced to flash out. And even Swindle's here now as he gets the kill. Oh, that shockwave pulls him back in. Double kill now for Gwace. 1-3 the overall, 1-2 over the overall trade. Nicorak gets the punch up pulverize onto him. Is taking the tower. Triple kill over to Dadarok now. As he is now 4-0 and 0 at 6 minutes into this game on this Jax.
Yeah, I feel like Swindle was a little bit late with that TP. He needed to come quite a bit earlier.
This Jax is gonna be fucking
And TP to the tower,
huge.
not the, oh,
Oh, Dadarok!
He's gonna
He's
go- oh, the
He
shield.
gets shielded.
barely.
He is gonna live. Chiaha and Praise Leona are pushing in this bottom lane now, trying to take that tower. As Dadarok is going to take the top tower.
But Trundle's gonna be down here to defend it.
Right, Trundle is there, but I think they're still gonna get it. It's pretty low. Maybe not. Maybe Glaze does keep him off of it. Oh, Glaze is able to keep him off of it. One to 4, the overall kill score. All 4 of those kills onto Dadarok. Nefarious Esports are coming bottom now. Nicorek and Gwace are here. They're on the Chiaha. Does get the net away. Gwace is onto him. Does get the Q slow. Exhaust burn. Headbutt pulverize land. Stabilizations here. Flash from Chiaha now. Q comes through. Piercing light does land. Exhaust from Gwace. Heal burn. Double shot from stabilization is not enough as Chiaha is able to get away. Fuku here now as backup as well, making sure that they stay away from his AD carry. Mid-tet pushing in the mid lane. Good combos down onto Meme Swindle as he does land a lot of damage.
Yeah, this lane swap is heavily working against Bronze Hearts. They're the ones that started it. We'll see if they're going to be able to recover with the 4-0 Jax.
We'll see indeed.
You
Fiku's
have
here in the
a
mid lane. Mid tech does
flash
flash,
going down.
but he does get hit by the body slam and the ultimate to safety, actually. Gragas saving out mid tech there.
If Nefarious plays this correctly, they will be able to just shove in with their gold advantage. They keep map control and vision everywhere. This will not be looking good for Bronze Hearts. Bronze Hearts needs to make some plays and get some picks off, otherwise they're going to continue to lose. Continue to, you know, be further away in gold. The gold lead will continue to rack up.
Right, the bottom lane for Bronze Hearts trying to push up. Oh, no, actually they decided not to push up the bottom lane in an attempt to get the extremely low tower.
And it's costing them a lot of gold that they don't have that right now.
This is a extremely dark start for Bronze Hearts here as Nefarious. He is able to pull out a good 4-1 lead. About 2k gold in the lead as well. 9 minutes already into this game. As Jax also doubling the farm of the Maokai, has 25 up over him. Although Chiaha has more farm than Stabilization, the Lucian.
Jax also has 4 kills, and if we look at the gold difference, Jax is sitting at 4.6k while Maokai's sitting at 2.3, so doubling his gold.
Right, I mean Jax, just on him right now has almost 1,000 gold. That is some scary stuff as Nickel Rack here is found by Praise Leona, and Chiaha gets stood up on the trap. Lots of damage coming through from Chiaha. Fiku's here now as well, does land the body slam, does land the Q. Last auto attack from Chiaha does finish off Nickel Rack 2-4.
Yeah, Nickel Rack getting a little bit ambitious, going for that more than a try, without visiting the jungler.
Right, Rift Herald going over to Nefarious now. As a trade for that bottom lane kill with Gragas showing down there. They are going to be able to push it up with Gragas and get this outer tower now. Only stabilization there. Mid-Tet's coming up, but I don't think he's going to be there in time. Dadrock has the Rift Herald buff and is trying to push top lane with it. With Waste, Infinity's here in an attempt to defend. I mean, Swindle here is here now as well. But that means mid-tet is free to push up in mid, and they're gonna. And Bronze Hearts is on the outside track in an attempt to get there. Ooh, Zig's ulti actually.
Zig's ult for 4 minions. Alright. It's good to defend the tower health though. We have stabilization, just freezing this wave, getting so much farm here too. There's a great freeze there. ADC's gonna be having trouble getting farm after that.
Right, Gwais and Dadrock still in this top side on this inner tower, trying to put a lot of damage down. Gwais actually gets ulted back into the tower. Caitlyn ulti is going to come through. Dadrock blocks that one. Right there, both pretty low. Dadrock does start up the stun. Praise Leona's here as well. Jump away from Dadrock. The pillar comes through. Sorry, not pillar, traffic cone. And does stop them. For top lane means stabilization breaks his freeze and is pushing in the bottom lane. Mid-tet continuing to clear out these mid lane waves.
There's so much vision in Bronze Heart's jungle right now. Basically is making the Gragas useless because he can't gank someone without, you know, Nefarious knowing where he is. Vision everywhere. He did manage to clear a tiny bit of it, but there's still so much.
Did indeed. Looking at these lanes now, Jax has finished off his Bork. Has Bork and Hexdrinker. Really he is going to be one scary mofo. As wave clear keeps going down in the mid lane. Oh, head flash, headbutt pulverized by Nefarious on immune swindle. The Orianna shockwave does come out. Praise Leona ultimate already away. He's getting extremely
do have the
low.
TP
Teleport in from
to be able to
Dadrock,
try-
but there are no minions. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to walk away
TP
from
to the
that
minion.
tower.
To let it tank and allow them to get a little bit of damage on the tower. Does look like it's going to be 4v5 mid right now. Janna's and base coming to lane. But with Caitlyn, Ziggs, they have so much wave clear. But they are going to tower
huge
dive.
fight here as Nickelrack gets forced under the
Nickelrack
tower.
doesn't have enough mana
Does
for
get
all.
stunned up by Infinity. Has not enough damage for all. You are correct. Infinity does go down by Gwaze. Mitet now gets knocked around. He's extremely low. Ziggs ulti does not hit.
No, it did hit. He just...
Oh, it did hit. He just
Yeah.
shielded?
No, it almost killed him. He went down to like 50 health, about. It definitely hit him though. Yeah, he's 60 health now, so probably more like 30 when it hit
I
him.
thought he had like 100 health to begin with. Stunned
Yeah.
by Dadrock on the Chiaha. Does have to flash away though. As Ziggs here as well. He does get ultimated by Caitlyn. Blocked up by stabilization. They're both extremely low. Teleport comes in by Mid-Tet to keep him away from the tower. Command attack and dissonance there on to Praise Liliana's. He's now forced back 3-5 overall. The kill score 1k gold lead now, only 1.5k in favor of Nefarious.
I think when they did that recent buff on Ziggs, they made it so the outside of his ult like does even less damage, but the,
Right,
the
but
middle
the inside
does
of
even
it does
more.
more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it only did about 150 health or damage to him. And he barely lived though. Ooh, looks like they're gonna get a pick on the Praise Leona.
Barely
blowing
lit
the
indeed.
Orianna
Blowing
ult,
command,
though.
shockwave, and a lot of other things. Kill off Praise Liliana. As now Nefarious Esports is going to go onto this dragon.
It's gonna be their second dragon of this game. Looks like gold is about even, but Nefarious is 2k ahead and 2 dragons up. Definitely has map control. Having vision in the jungle. They really need that Jax to get a bit bigger and start split pushing and be able to 1v1 under tower.
Over here playing with Fiku. Fiku leashing that red from no ult actually onto Gwaze and to take the red. Nickelrack is here as well. Fiku's going to secure that one up for himself. Gwaze is going to take that pink ward as a consolation prize.
We do have stability.
Yeah,
Oh, what's going on the
Getting onto
Chishaya?
by Gwaze. Has to flash away from command attack dissonance.
Yeah, we have stabilization pushing bot lane with Nickelrack. Jax continuing to split and get jungle camps as well. Really racking up that gold. If you look at gold right now, Jax is just ahead of everybody by quite a bit. Almost at 7k now.
Well, the Jax definitely has a shitload of gold. Stabilization actually coming back after being down by about 50 almost. Actually, I think it was more like 40 or 35 in the CS positioning. Is now he is above just a little bit Chiaha. Mid-Tet has been keeping his lead pretty standard. Always been up by about 10 ever since the meme swindle roam top. Yeah, I'm waiting for this game to explode like the other games have. It's been a little bit slower, not the 30 kills at 20 minutes that we have been seeing.
Nefarious just really needs to get their split push going and really try to
Dadrock
that's a good disengage from Dadrock.
underneath that tower does get away though with that nice jump away and Nickelrack coming up.
He's he
Dadrock
needs to
going
be
to that
careful
tower.
here.
He's Fiku and Infinity now are both here. Hexanger gets popped by him.
Gonna have to
He's
blow
extremely
flash.
low out of
Ooh,
mana. That's a
Braga's
good Froggy ult. The ultimate as well coming through from Maokai. Does finish him off. Nickelrack now on the new swindle. Command Shockwave comes through as well as Coling. Not enough to finish off the swindle as Janna ulti does save him, but it will be enough to get this mid tower down. Stabilization securing that one 4-6. The kill score overall now is still in favor of Nefarious.
Yeah, Nefarious is doing a really good job with the rotations. They saw, the 2 tanks top lane, so they knew they could dive them. They dove it, got a couple ults blown, and then was able to take them in tower. And that play was in favor of Nefarious. Definitely. Allowing them to have just basically free reign of their jungle, taking down all three of those towers. Jax needs to be careful though. When he's split pushing, especially when he's not to get caught out like that again.
Yeah, Jax is the one with their huge lead. Him being taken down like that, and then not getting anything out of it is definitely. I mean, they got the mid tower. I guess they're gonna get something out of it, but not getting anything too huge out of it. I guess with a team fight somewhere else or a dragon, a team fight. Definitely unfortunate for him. As the slow-paced kind of game continues, the 50 CS lead in the top lane has stayed at 50 CS for about the past 8 minutes or so, actually. And Stabilization keeps very slowly growing his lead. Last time I looked at it, it was about 5 minions. Now it's about 21.
Yeah, but 1,000 gold up with all those assists as well.
Right, playing that support Lucian. Very nice of him.
Jax still almost 3k above Maokai.
Yeah, Swindle getting the knock over by
else is pretty
Nickelrack.
close.
He lands onto the Caitlyn trap. Does it to pop ulti just in case to get away.
But that's
Jack's
3 in the bottom
pushing
jungle,
in the
so he's gonna
top
be able to
side.
push. And you have Stabilization pushing bot again. They're just trying to split them up and try to get them to commit to one of them so they could take towers. Trying to end this game quickly before it gets to late game, because I don't think they have the late game comp to contest theirs.
Right, hold on for a second. Infinity does W over onto Dadrock. He gets stuck up by a little bit. He gets hit up. No, it does not get hit
Bot
up.
lane's
Actually,
pushing
huge,
hard.
huge command shockwave by mid-tet. Ultimate for me and Swindle doesn't really do too much.
Looks like they're
Yaha
gonna trade 1 per
takes
tower.
the ultimate there onto mid-tet to take that one. Nickelrack and Stabilization now pushing in the bottom lane are going to trade the tower for that.
And that is definitely worth
As the rest
for
of
them.
the team is actually just going bottom the trade, while Chiaha tries to push in mid with Fiku.
Looks like they're going for another tower here, but I mean, you have Ziggs and Maokai. That's a 4v3 or 3v3, 4v3, and I don't think they're going to be able to take it here. They're going to have to back off. They got a little bit of damage down, but they're going to lose mid tower for that possibly.
Right, I think mid tower was going down no matter what.
They could have rotated the Jax and I think Trundle it was, but they went to bottom instead. Not knowing they were gonna
trying
be.
to get the flash
But we
knock
do
off,
have
is
a
unable to.
TP
Teleport coming in by mid-tet. Fiku he is here as well.
Canceling.
Mid-tet does cancel the teleport. It's a 4v4 in the bottom lane. Chihaya's coming down. Fiku does dash forward with the body slam, but there's no way they can catch up.
You have Bronze Heart's top lane slowly pushing towards Nefarious' base. That's going to be good for whoever gets that farm on Nefarious.
This is a game 3 of the series in this best of 3. Oh, I need to actually edit the title of our stream. It
It's
shows it's wrong.
Bronze Hearts versus Nefarious. Bronze Hearts is red team, and Nefarious is on blue side. First game was won by Bronze Hearts. Second game was won by Nefarious.
Ooh, ward. Oh, there it goes. Good God, praise the Leona of the series in this best of 3. Oh, I need to actually edit the title of our stream. It
It's
shows it's wrong.
Bronze Hearts versus Nefarious. Bronze Hearts is red team, and Nefarious is on blue side. First game was won by Bronze Hearts. Second game was won by Nefarious.
Ooh, ward. Oh, there it goes. Good God, praise the Leona. Nickelrack getting body slam W'd by Fiku. Also lands the good barrel onto him.
Looks like we may have a 5v5 here. First one of the game. Yep, we're gonna see
I
an
have
engagement.
indeed. Nickelrack flashes. Gets the headbutt pulverized on Infinity Chiyaha. This is also doesn't really hit Anybody, Infinity's now on the front line. Does get taken down almost. No, does flash out. Dadrock over the other side. On a Chiaha. Fiku comes in. Body slams on a hit. Dadrock is the first victim of this fight. He goes down really quickly to Fiku. And it's only going to be a 1-4-0 trade in favor of Bronze Hearts. That was a really gross burp mid-fight.
Yeah, yeah, Infinity is really starting to scale into the late game Maokai where he becomes almost unkillable and just is a wall that nobody can get past. And great save onto Caitlyn by Biku when he flash body slammed the Jax on Dadrock. Or Dadrock on Jax.
Yeah, Dadrock going super deep there onto Chiaha. He saw that he had the ability to jump, but I don't think he fully understood where his health bar was at. He only had about 400 health actually when he attempted that. Fiku said, get off him. They quickly bursted him down. I'm surprised that fight only ended up being a 1-0 actually. Because I expected a lot more to come out of that. Nickelrack trying to get some wards down, but gets stopped by the pink ward.
Nefarious still about 3k up, but they really need to push this advantage that they have and try to get some split pushing going on or some picks before they start to get outscaled, which we saw a little bit of in that last fight. Really clean team fight by Bronze Hearts, though.
Extremely clean team fight by
I think
Bronze
the
Hearts.
engage was a little bit forced. There was no Ori ball on the Alistair when he engaged.
Right, and he flashed over the wall, and he kind of looked around for a little bit before he got the headbutt pulverized.
Yeah. I think he's waiting for the ball, but it never came.
Right, Dadrock landed on a trap. Does take a little bit of damage from Caitlyn, although he negated a lot of it with the dodge. Team Swindle clearing up waves in the bottom lane. Nickelrack unable to get onto him.
Ooh, Gwis going
Blue
to
buff
double
over to
Spectre's Cal. That may have been a misbuy. Because their passives don't stack with the regen.
I'm not 100% sure. Nickelrack tries to get the headbutt pulverized. Does land on Chiaha. Pops his ultimate. Ori Ball is now onto him in the top lane. Fiku and USC Infinity are on a Dadrock. He
They know
attempts
that's,
to get away. Leona tries to push the
3v4.
ball away. It is 3v4 over here in the mid as Gwais ults on Immune Swindle. Does try and chase him out. Leona's here. They are going to be able to disengage this fight. Hold on, Chiaha putting a lot of damage back on the Nickelrack. Does ult him. It's stopped by Gwais. Ultimate from Meme Swindle goes in. Does not kill off anybody. Gwais is extremely low. Does get knocked over into the wall. Q lands from him. Auto attack
Splitting
from
up from his
Caitlyn.
team here.
He's extremely low. He's split up from the team. Leona and Chiaha are trying to chase him. Nickelrack's over here on the side. So is Mid-Tet. As the ultimate does come in with command, attack, and dissonance. He does not have command shockwave as Praise Leona and Chiaha are able to get out. 6-6 the kill score now. 3k gold lead in favor of Nefarious. These fights are nail-biting to say the least.
Bronze Hearts just has too much peel for their carries. And they deal so much damage, especially as Caitlyn starts to scale. She has her Infinity Edge and her Rune, and she's going to really start doing a lot of damage now in team fights when she gets her headshot every like 2 or 3 autos. We do see another game going
Infinity
to
does pop his
Dadrock,
ultimate and does put the W down onto him, the Twisted Advance. Fiku does not land the cask slow. They're trying to chase him out. Fiku's the only one on the chase now as he's still going. Does land the body slam, the W, and the cask as now Dadrock
We'll go back
is going to just back. Nope, he's going to get the wave and back.
NPC's that Fiku's leaving, going mid, so he's going to continue to push top. He really wants to draw their attention up there because they know the only way they can beat him is with a 2v1. And with that, you know, the team fight's going to be outnumbered, 4-3.
4-3
All
indeed.
TPs are up
Nickelrack
right now.
gets slowed up by the red buff. Half of his health bar goes away. Just from
Caitlyn
Chihaya.
really getting big right now.
Caitlyn put a lot of damage down. Infinity holding up on that top lane. Command attack distance on the Chihaya. Thank God for the shield. Command shockwave onto him as he's extremely low. Distance doesn't know the finish him
Flashing
off.
away.
As he does
Janna
flash
coming
away.
out.
Janna ulti keeps him alive and healthy. And now they're putting a lot of damage down. Mid-Tet actually gets knocked back. He's forced to flash away. Ziggs ulti goes onto him and Nickelrack waste in the front line. He's out of mana. Nickelrack eventually gets taken
crit,
down by
double crit.
Chihaya as they're going to chase it out now. They do have the better of this fight. They say, screw that, actually we're going to take our dragon that we've got available.
It's interesting
As
that you
that is
didn't
a
see
kill and
a
a dragon in favor of Bronze Hearts.
TP from Dadrock or Infinity there. It's just straight up 4v4, neither of them TP'd. But Dadrock is Very
I don't think
clean
either of them
fight
felt like
from
they had.
Bronze Hearts.
I mean, Infinity had good wards to teleport to. Dadrock did not. The only place he could have really teleported in there was
the back
to
of the pit.
the back of the pit, in which case he'd be too far away from the fight, I think, to do anything with. And I think Infinity said that since Dadrock's not going to teleport, and I think he was more waiting for Dadrock to start that off, he wasn't going to, because I think he felt more confident in his team taking that fight. As Chihaya bringing it up big this game. Last game it was a little rough for him, but now he's 3-0-2 on this Caitlyn, definitely doing some work. Thanks to a couple saves by Praise de Leona. Grace and Fiku just kind of saying hi to each other there.
The barrel greeting. Alright.
Little fight over the crab. Crab over to Goyce. As they are starting to group up in this mid lane. Now, Meme Swindle has lots of wave clear with this Ziggs. I am slightly afraid of.
It's interesting to see that there's no frozen heart on
Oh, hold on, flash body slam in. Gragas ulti on the mid tent. He goes down real quickly. Nikorak has to ult and attempt to save him. Does get stunned up on those Caitlyn traps. He's getting extremely low even through his ulti. His ultimate is done now. He gets knocked up, does get taken down. Double kill over to Meme Swindle. Now it's just Gwiz here in the mid lane. As they are now going to start taking this tower. Woohoo, baby. That one was quick. As the tower now goes down in favor of
Looks like they're going to be going for Dadrock here.
Bronze Hearts. They
Don't.
are going to try and
Oh,
rotate
they're going to be going for
over
Baron.
towards the Baron. Infinity. Oh, no, they are not going to start it. They're just going to clear wards. I think they're baiting around it a little bit. Although they have the crab, so you can't really bait it.
You have a huge wait bot lane. I was surprised Dadrock didn't TP bot and split push that. If he did, he would have the inhib tower by now easily. While that fight was going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Question.
We have not seen it.
Yeah,
Looks like they're going to be going for Baron right now, though, starting it up. They
I would
do have
assume we did
vision,
not see
however,
him.
and they're going to be rotating. I don't know about this. They're going to have to back off or fight them right here. Caitlyn and Gragas are far away, though.
Caitlyn and Gragas are really far back. Infinity is
they're
now
catching
right
up.
near the pit.
Stabilization's
It's
taking
on
the
the
Baron a bit.
stabilization. He takes a lot of damage. UNSC Infinity getting extremely low. He almost goes down. Is almost down now. Dadrock's on the him.
Oh.
Does Q out.
There
Dadrock
we
does
go.
finish
He
him
did-
now. It's just
he did
Fiku.
pick
Didn't
him
really
up.
get anything with that ultimate command.
Shockwave going on
Shockwave
to
and distance
Caitlyn.
and everything on Chiaha. He does kill him. Caitlyn over here on the side fighting with stabilization. Ultimate by Praise Leona trying to save him. As they are trying to
Exhaust coming
stabilization,
out.
he gets exhausted. He's extremely low. Chihaya
Not
does get
enough
down
to
with
take
double
her
kill
out.
for him. Nickelrack is now here. Does get the head up full price onto Praise Leona. It is now 3v3 as
Huge
the ultimate
Ziggs
and
on.
Q come in from Ziggs. Chiaha is really far away. Does put a lot of damage on Dadrock on the Chiaha.
Ooh,
Does
the
finish him
Sterix
off.
proc.
Sterix shield coming in hot. As now it is 3v1. Gwace now on the Meme Swindle as the other two members of Nefarious are just going to back. Gwace really wants this. Getting Meme Swindle extremely low. They are chasing out. Gwace is extremely low as
There's
well.
the
Does
flash
try to down
going
the
out.
tower. Does flash by both of them. Gets the knock away.
Oh.
By Meme Swindle does get the auto attack passive and the Q through. Finishes off the trundle by Meme Swindle. Swag play from him as he's now backing. Overall trade in favor of Nefarious Esports. In a 4-for-3 trade, Dadrock this time backs and teleports bottom lane like you said he should have
Looks
done
like
last
he's going
time.
to be able to take
He's
it.
gonna go for the inhibitor tower. He's now proccing up his stun. Does stand Infinity and Fiku. Tries to jump away, but I don't think it's enough. Twisted Advance comes through. Lots of damage coming through from all three members as Fiku takes that one.
He did get the
13 to 10
inhib
the kill
tower,
score.
but that may cost them Baron here now. Trundle's not up for another 12 seconds. They're headed towards Baron right now. And there's no TP up for him. They do have a ward on it. They're going to be clearing it.
Woo, man! My throat is starting to hurt a little bit here. Lots of damage and fighting
They're going to
coming
be starting
through
the Baron,
as
and
Bronze
this is going to
Hearts
be
do
4v5.
start up this Baron 4v5 like you said. Dadrock 20 seconds still on him. There's no way he's going to be able to be here. Baron halfway down
They
now.
either have to give it up or have a full
Oasis is going to
engagement.
try and get a steal, and Command Shockwave is up as well for maybe a nice combo. Nickel Rack gets taken extremely low before he's able to ult. The Ziggs ulti comes through. Orianna still has everything
The
up.
tanks are really low.
They are
They need to
chasing
leave
really
this.
far. There's a good ultimate from Gragas, kind of pushing him away a little bit. Chihaya gets the kill on the Nicarak, does ult and waste. He gets shielded up. He does live as well. It's going to be a 1-for-nothing trade in
But they
the
did
end.
defend the Baron. But they're going to be going
And
back
they're
on
going to
it.
restart onto this Baron as Janna ulti comes through to keep Fiku alive so we can tank it up. Chihaya, I mean, Swindle quickly bursting it down.
Here comes
The
Dadrock.
side of Nefarious is still here. Dadrock is here this time. He says, I'm a really tanky Jax. I can do some dirty things to you. Dadrock jumps in, does not land a stun. He's getting taken
A little bit too
extremely
aggressive
low.
there. We do have
He's
TP
almost down.
coming
He does
from
get
mid
taken
Ted.
down. Teleport coming in from mid-tet. He does
Cancel.
cancel it. As Gwace is now extremely low as well. Infinity does go through with the teleport.
A bit
We're gonna start up
over-aggressive
the Baron
there.
for the third time this time, as mid-tet is starting to walk over to this Baron. He does not have Command Shockwave back up. He only has Command Attack and Dissonance. They're going over to the Baron. As it's restarted, it's going to be a 4v3 or 4v5, sorry, but it doesn't really matter as Bronze Hearts quickly finish that one down in favor of them.
Yeah, I think Dadrock got a little bit over-aggressive there. Overzealous, and wanted to try to fight that, and really cost him that that fight in that Baron. They just need to play it safe. Now they're about equal in gold, and they have the Baron buff right now, and they're about to get their third dragon. They'll be heading dragons now. This is not looking good for Nefarious, as they are starting to get outscaled, as you can see in these fights.
They are starting to get outscaled a little bit, where the siege comp of Bronze Hearts is definitely coming online. They're now pushing in this bottom side with the Baron they have and 3 dragon stacks. They have the dragon burn. They have all the stats they could want.
With Gragas and
They're gonna
Malkai,
be
they have
able
so
to
much
take-
ability to zone people off towers. They could just walk up and they'll back up and they could take the tower. They
Right,
try to
and
fight,
with
they could just
Janna
tower dive.
too, Janna and the amount of wave clear and poke that they have, and they can siege for days, as they are going to be able to
Yeah.
take this outer with no problem. It does go down for them. They are pushing forward a little bit for the inner, as they're now on to it. Chihaya just destroying it real quickly, being able to auto attack for
Nice
free. Nickel Rack does
net.
not land the headbutt pulverize, as he gets extremely low before he pops his ulti. Infinity's super deep, taking up as much as he can. Big knockout from Prince Leona. Chiyaha finishes off Gwace now as Nickel Rack goes in. He gets killed.
Great
Big
shockwave.
command shockwave.
Four
Prince
man.
Leona is going to heal them all up though with his ultimate. Triple kill now for Chihaya as he gets out mid.
He's just melting everybody.
GG's are being called as now they take down the inhibitor tower. They are going to try and go onto the Nexus towers. Stabilization and Dadrock are the only ones left alive now. Stabilization's doing what he can, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near enough. As Bronze Hearts is having going on the open Nexus now. Dadrock onto Infinity. He's trying to put some damage onto him. He gets quickly taken down. That's Quadra, not unofficial though, for Chihaya. As Bronze Hearts are going to take Game 3.
Yep, Bronze Hearts will be advancing into the semifinals, correct?
Yeah,
No?
let me look at the thing. Bronze Hearts in the semifinals will be facing against Blue Milk, and Focus Who will be playing against Biggest Better in our semifinals. Here is our not updated after these games bracket.
If we take a look at the damage,
Shalom.com/baboom's asshole.
if you take a look at the damage, we have Ziggs and Caitlyn just towering above everybody in these charts. I like the Ziggs pick. I know you didn't, but I thought it was a good pick. with how much
I
build
liked
had.
it after I watched it. I just didn't know what it brought to the table.
Yeah, just a lot of damage.
I mean,
That's about it.
he did a shitload of damage, and they have the siege comp. I just didn't know like why Ziggs over something else. I mean, the Ori I guess really wouldn't work with their comp, but like if they really wanted to siege, they could have picked like Varus or Azir or something like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
if Ziggs is his go-to, then play it.
Yeah, great series by both teams though, and it does look like well, yeah, that is gonna be it for the series, and You know, their game, Nefarious was ahead, but they just weren't able to really split push efficiently and end the game. They were trying to, but it just wasn't working out. They had too much wave clear, I feel like.
Definitely, that is going to be the series. Bronze Hearts takes it 2-1. Quick shout outs. My name is Tuna, coming out with us on Olympus Gamers. My co-caster here, Chrono. Chrono, you have any last words to say?
No.
Nothing else from Chrono. Tune in this upcoming week for the semifinals of our OLS White to see who makes it to the finals and wins the $100 first place prize. We will see you all next week's folks. Hang out with us on Olympus Gamers on our TeamSpeak. Check us out at olympusgamers.com. Follow our Twitch here. Subscribe, except we don't have a subscribe button, so you can just give that cash to me if you want, or donate it to the community. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz to keep up with all the games and all the fun things that we do, all our fun nights and all of our tournaments. So thank you all for coming out, and I hope you have a fantastic week.
All right. Thank you.